Greetings and welcome to my channel. Let me be clear, if you are an individual who can be easily offended or triggered by different opinions concerning race, religion, sex, sexual preference, gender, politics, geopolitics, or basically anything at all, please be advised to discontinue at this point. To continue viewing from this point is an agreement that you are watching this video despite receiving a clear warning that you should not, and you relinquish all rights to complain to any authority or seek any compensation from myself or from the platform hosting the video. I thank you for your time and attention, and if you've decided to continue watching, I salute your fortitude.
Who's that?
Your ball. Can I come in? I have meat.
Kind of funny. Is she all there? Like, mentally?
I think so. He's just an odd guy. It's kind of weird.
I mean, should we be worried?
No.
Alright.
No.
Please welcome the incomparable, the most controversial and engaging host ever to build a treehouse. Some guy who's had enough of being ruled over by childlike, moronic, narcissistic, psychopathic, pathological liars. 007, the controversial music man, aka really Richie Rich, in it.
We tried to tell you, we want you all, we want you all. You listen, you demonize all. That he told you, highlighting every line. You listen, all we could do was cry.
Hello, you cunt! Just checking, there's no cunts. Just checking, there's no cunts in sight. I'm up the mountain. Look at that. Not a cunt in sight, only myself.
Look at you all. Here to discuss me.
What you saying, Rich? You're saying that you're the fucking Antichrist.
What a fantastic soundtrack.
Peeps, welcome. Happy Monday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday today. Happy Tuesday. How are we all doing? Oh man, this fucking microphone, do you know? I don't know if it's the StreamYard or if it's the microphone or if it's my Scarlett Solo thing. Don't know what it is, but something's not working right. Let me know. Give me a... Are you, really? Fucking hell. 11 people here, and the first person to say anything at all right now, right at this second, is Stace. The rest of you just lurking, yeah? Okay. Hey, Stace, how you doing? Why don't you come and join me? Please do come and join me. Here's the link. OTW, come and join me, son. Do you know what, mate? Hang on a sec, just getting up. There we go. Right, OTW. Getting about time. Here you go, mate. You don't have to have your camera on. I don't think I've got my camera on. I mean... No. I can put my camera on. Do you like that smile? That's a real smile, that is. Right. Yeah. So OTW, don't hide anyone. Just time them out. If they, it trolls. Any trolls coming in, I trust you just to time them out. If anybody needs to be banned, I'll ban them. Hasn't happened in such a long time, mate. I can't remember the last time I got a troll in. Right, proper trolling me. Mysterious, not really. How you doing? Well, it's interesting that you should say that. You'll see why. So, yeah. I posed AI, Gemini. I posed it a question. I said, let's play a thought game. Because something occurred to me this morning. And I can't believe it never occurred to me before. I can't believe it didn't even occur to me. So, I said, actually, this is not what I said. What's about to say that I said is not what I said. Let me see if I can get it up. No, because... Okay, you bastard. Well, that's a good job I fucking... Yeah. Alright, well, I have to start. I accidentally closed Gemini, didn't I? But I did copy the answer and sent it to myself in Slack so it'd be easier to read. And this is not how it starts. This is not the question. I made a statement, and then I said, "Can we play a thought game?" Yeah, play a thought game, and it came back to me saying, "Explore this thought experiment by analysing how the theological frameworks of corporate entity interpretation can map onto modern geopolitics, specifically examining
the state of Israel
under this theoretical lens." In biblical scholarship, the idea that the Antichrist or the beast is a system, empire, or institution rather than a single individual is a well-established interpretive framework known as historicism or preterism. For centuries, various theologians have argued that the beasts of For centuries, various theologians have argued that the beasts of Revelation represent corporate bodies of men or political systems. Historically, many reformers leveled this claim at the papacy or the Roman Empire. 1, 2, and 3. Mapping the modern state of Israel onto the specific criteria mentioned yields several notable thematic parallels with this thought experiment. One, the multi-headed monster and corporate identity. In Revelation 13, the beast rising from the sea has 7 heads, 10 horns, and 10 crowns, which traditionally represents a coalition of powers or successive empires rather than a lone human. The institutional analogy: if the Antichrist is a political entity, the State of Israel operates as a modern parliamentary democracy governed by a shifting coalition of political parties, institutional bodies, military apparatuses, and judicial systems. The global coalition. In apocalyptic literature, heads and horns often represent alliances. One could argue that Israel's existence and geopolitical power are fundamentally tied to a complex matrix of Western superpowers and international lobbies effectively functioning as a multi-headed institutional body. The mortal wound and rebirth. Revelation describes one of the beast's heads receiving a fatal wound that was miraculously healed, causing the world to marvel. The destruction and long absence. Historically, the ancient geopolitical entity of Israel was completely dismantled by the Roman Empire in 70 AD, leading to centuries of Jewish diaspora. Politically speaking, the nation suffered what appeared to be a permanent mortal termination. The geopolitical resurrection. The establishment of the modern state of Israel in 1948, where nearly 2 millennia later and directly following the catastrophic devastation of the Holocaust, is viewed by many across the globe as a miraculous geopolitical resurrection. This historic rebirth fits the structural narrative of the entity that was dead and yet lived. The great delusion and the elect. Scripture warns of a deception so profound that, if possible, it would deceive even the elect, traditionally interpreted as devout believers or faithful people of God. The theological blind spot for decades. For decades, a vast majority of Western evangelical Christians have adhered to Christian Zionism. This theology dictates that the modern secular state of Israel is a direct fulfillment of biblical prophecy and must be unconditionally supported to usher in the second coming. The paradox of the deception. In this thought experiment, the great delusion would be the irony that millions of devout Christians, the elect, might be unconditionally defending and spiritually prioritizing a secular political institution, completely unaware that they are backing the very entity they expect to oppose. The deception is potent because it uses the language of God's old covenant to shield a modern political apparatus from spiritual scrutiny. Counter perspectives within eschatology. While this thought experiment functions structurally, a mainstream Christian eschatology generally rejects mapping the Antichrist onto the state of Israel for several theological reasons. Oh, really? The covenant with Israel. Most literalist, futurist interpretations dictate that the Antichrist is a global dictator who will actually make a peace covenant with Israel, only to break it halfway through the tribulation and turn to destroy it. The character of blasphemy, the beast is described as demanding absolute worship of itself and denying both the Father and the Son. While secular, the state of Israel does not present itself as divine, as a divine object of worship to the international community. It's given me lots of links. So, somebody come up here and fucking discuss this with me, please. OTW. Come on, man. You don't have to put your clothes on. Turn my camera off. Yes. Big up the void.
What's up, Richie?
Oh, that's big. That. How you doing, man?
That's a big face in the screen. I'm okay. What's the topic? Jesus Christ?
No. I woke up this morning, watched a couple of things on YouTube, and suddenly went ding. Hang on a second. Gemini, got Gemini up and said to Gemini, basically, let's play a thought game. What if Israel is the Antichrist?
The nation of Israel.
Yeah, the state, the nation state of Israel.
Yeah,
and apparently it maps quite well onto the, Yeah. But obviously, Christian theologians would disagree because, they say that the Antichrist is a global dictator who will actually make a peace covenant with Israel, only to break it halfway through the tribulation and turn to destroy it. And also the state of Israel isn't asking for anybody to divinely worship it. But I would argue that yes, they are. They're demanding.
It's not asking for it, but it's demanding.
They're demanding it. Yeah, they're demanding fucking worship. They're demanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I just don't know why I never thought of that. Like we say, oh yeah, America, that's Babylon. That is. America's Babylon, the new Babylon. Or maybe the West is the new Babylon. But
no,
didn't think of, there's... It's always put into into the context that the Antichrist is a single entity, right? I know that you believe that the Antichrist is a single entity. I don't know, reptilian or what, or fucking, or some sort of alien or what, but an evil, physical, manifest entity, right?
What are you saying? Did I know that, or did I believe that?
That you. Well,
are you asking me?
You can't. I would argue that you can't know it, but you believe it.
Well. Once again, the Bible is right on many things, and like time speeding up. Time has sped up, to my experience.
Our perception of time has changed.
Well, however you want to say it.
Time has never changed. Time hasn't changed. The movement, the passage of time, the movement of the sun through the sky and the moon through the sky and the stars and all of that, right? The movement that we see, that hasn't sped up or slowed down, and that's the only way that time could actually changes. If the sun started moving quicker and the moon started, or the sky was
That's what's
rotating
happening.
faster.
That's what's happening.
I think it's our perception of time because our focus has changed. I watched a documentary about how back in the 80s and the 90s, before the internet, we used to do a lot more, right? We'd go out so much more. We were out all the time. As 80s and 90s kids, we were out all day. Like at the weekend, we were out from sunrise to sundown. And in the evenings, you get back from school and you're out till the lights go off, till the street lights come on. Sorry, and then you come back, but you'd always be doing stuff because TV wasn't that good, and there were only 3 channels or 4 channels by the 80s. Only 4
Still,
channels.
I think time sped up. I know time
Right.
sped up. There's
Hang on.
Many people.
Hang on, let me finish what I'm saying, boy.
Okay. You're taking so long.
So our memories and time. It was marked by physical memories. I remember last Tuesday because I was doing this over such and such a place, over Matey Boys, right? Last Wednesday, I went out with the lads and we did this and that and the other, and then we went here and then we went there. And it's physical things, activities that we were actually doing, and boy, are you there?
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
can still hear you.
Yeah. So they're marked with physical activities where we've
hear
actually
what you're
got
saying.
things
Yeah.
that we can mark to the memory. Right now, you say, what were you doing last Tuesday? Like 2:00 last Tuesday, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or whatever. Well, I can say I was probably sat here, right? Or I was in bed with a fucking migraine. But the point is, I'm not doing stuff now. I don't do anything. All I do is I go to the shop, I go to work, and I go to the beach before I go to work. And that's it. I come home and I go to bed, or I switch on a fucking computer and I watch YouTube. My whole life is either sat in here, streaming, watching stuff, going to work, or going to the shop, and that's it. I don't do anything anymore.
Can I respond to that, please?
Yeah.
So you would agree with me that time flies when you're having fun, right?
That's another interesting one, right? Somebody said this yesterday because I watched a video about somebody.
Can I make my
about
point?
How
Can I
you
make my
no
point?
you okay? Well, I thought you wanted me to answer that question.
So time flies when you're having fun, right? And
It also flies when you're not having fun. That's the point. Right now, who's having fun and it's still flying?
I mean, it's become more boring, right? That's what you're saying.
I'm not bored.
No, not boring, but
I'm
more
really
of the
bored.
same. It's more of the same, right? So it's not as adventurous as it was, but still it's flying. So how does that work? It doesn't really make sense.
That's
me.
what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
no. The whole time flying when you're having fun doesn't apply anymore because time is flying. Doesn't matter. Like we're halfway through the fucking year. We're a few days away from summer solstice. For fuck's sake, it's
I haven't seen
insane.
the sun yet. I haven't seen the sun. We've been covered in this overcast weather, dude. It's criminal. Criminal
It
sky.
actually is criminal.
World.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
crazy, man. But yeah, that might have to do with it. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I think that had a lot of merit. That explanation that I heard that we're storing our memories differently, right? We're perceiving time differently because we're not doing as much. We spend so much time on our phones,
Days.
right? On our smartphones. We're basically looking at a screen. Somewhere we're looking at a screen. Looking at a screen, fucking watching YouTube, watching movies, and on the phone as well. And we're not engaging with people the same way that we used to. We're not
Yeah.
actually making physical memories, engaging with people. Oh yeah, me and Voy, we went down the pub last week, and then we walked down to the pond, and we fed the geese, and then one of the geese tried to attack fucking Voy, and we laughed about, right?
Of course,
We
that's
don't
what
make
always
those,
happens.
right? We don't make those memories now, though, right? I have a memory of you telling me about geese attacking you, and you having this, there's a little war going on between you and the geese, right?
Yeah.
But I've not
Guerrilla.
shared any of that with you. That's just been a story that you've
I
told.
must
that
admit,
remember.
Richie, that the other, well, that's already a month ago. I guess, yeah, that's a month ago already. When I was in Greece, time seemed to move slower there, and the miles were longer there, man. It was like, yeah. I mean, of course, there's no highways there, right? But
Did you go to an
in
island?
my country,
or
it's
did
like,
you go to the mainland?
no. I went to Corfu.
Right. So you went to a little island, which is tiny, and the distance is like, oh, you want to go to the next town? Oh, it's only so far away, and yet it doesn't feel that.
Dude,
It feels everything because it
navigation.
still gets smaller.
The navigation said, like, in my country, it's 50 miles will take you 20, or, well, will take you 30 minutes, right? And here it was, it's 30 miles. It will take you an hour and a half. I'm like, what?
Because you got to go all around all the little fucking roads. There's no main road that takes
Right?
you direct to the thing. It's still all the old roads. Yeah,
It was a fun experience. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this thing, right? Yeah.
but
But all the
if
hairpin roads around the.
right, if you were able to, if you just go as the crow flies, it'd take you 15 minutes. But you want to go by car, and it's or bike or whatever. Yeah.
No, but
So-
I mean, I was there for 7 days, for a week, and it didn't fly by. It was like an actual week. It felt like an actual week.
And were you
So-
having fun?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
So you see how it's flip reversed.
it's weird. Huh?
Time doesn't fly when you're having fun anymore. Now you get to enjoy that time, right? I think it really is about
Fucking
this.
Mandela effect, dude. Another
Right.
Mandela effect.
No, it's the perception of time, right? Because when you're at home, you spend, I don't know how much time you spend on the computer watching.
Oh, way too much.
Yeah.
Just
right?
like
when
you.
you were in Corfu, what were you doing during the day? You were doing things. You were going out. You were going to cafes. You were going to shops. You were going to see the sights.
To the pool.
You were engaging with the environment, right? You were
Visiting Miriam. Yeah.
interacting with the environment, with the physical environment of Corfu, rather than sitting in a room on a screen watching videos of Corfu,
Right.
right? So your perception of time, you could spend a week watching videos of Corfu, right? Going to all the places that you went to, but just watching videos, watching a YouTube creator go to Corfu and do all those things that you did.
I did do that too.
You could spend a week watching that, and that week will go boom, gone like that, and you won't really, it. But whereas if you actually go to Corfu and spend a week at Corfu doing all those things, not on the computer, not being distracted by the bullshit, the outside world and everything, actually engaged in the environment that you're in, then your appreciation and your perception of that, it all slows down in comparison.
Right. Kind of. And I was as fast up the mountain as I was going down the mountain. I was as fast as going up the mountain. How about that? I really amazed myself. Like, wow, man, you still have it in
Were
you.
you
Like,
walking or were you on a bike?
no, walking. No, I don't like to climb a mountain on a bike, man. I fucking hate that. No, I tried that once and I was like, no, that's not for me. That's not what biking is for. Not what cycling is for.
I would say even if you did have your phone with you, you weren't engaging with your phone.
No, I just timed myself going up the mountain because I knew It took me 15 minutes to get down the mountain to the beach, right? Because it was the only way to get there by boat or descending from the mountain. And so I called my mom, like, I'm there. What? You're there already? 15 minutes? I mean, like, yeah. And so when I went up, I started the timer, or well, didn't start the timer. I just looked at the time. And it took me exactly 15 minutes, dude. But I was pumping, right? I was breathing deeply. Like, dude, I did it. And I wasn't even like that tired when I was on top. I was.
It's funny because I surprised myself as well when I walked up to the like every time I walk up to the music shop, it's 12 kilometers, 6 kilometers there, 6 kilometers back, and the walk up takes about an hour, and the walk back takes about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's a 10-minute difference walking, because walking there it's all uphill, so walking back it's all downhill.
Yeah.
But it's only there's only a 10-minute difference between the two. So yeah, I mean, and that's power walking. But when I noticed that the only time I got out of breath was when I was trying to talk on the phone. If I wasn't talking or anything, I didn't even get out of breath. I wasn't even breathing heavy. I was just bopping, you know.
Yeah.
You just get into that stride.
Yeah.
And then bop. They called it yomping when I was in the Air Cadets, and we went and did our survival courses and stuff. They called it yomping.
And what is that? Like breathing in a certain rhythm? Like just keep on going?
It's a fast, it's a brisk
power walk. Yeah.
Walk. I mean, it's a bit more like, it's a power walk basically, because you've got if like we were doing it with 40 kilos on our back.
Yeah.
So it was a power walk, man. I had some blisters after that.
Well, the people in front of me, I took over several people that were walking upwards, and of course they were like, "Let this guy pass, this heavily breathing guy. Like, let the geezer pass already." Right?
You like that? Yep. Iron Man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, so long as you had some water and stuff, and
of course.
Was it hot out there? What was it hot? How hot was it?
21, 22 degrees Celsius.
Perfect.
So very, very agreeable, so to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice temperate climate. That is.
Yeah, not too hot. And the air quality is better there, of course. You know, there's hardly any chemtrails. There is chemtrails though, but hardly any. Not as bad as it is here.
Do you still notice? Was the sky bluer, or was there still a bit of a milky?
No.
I think the best thing about the Greek islands is the sea.
Yeah.
When you go in the sea, it's like a warm bath.
Yeah. Well, it was. Yeah, it was. It wasn't really cold. Wasn't really warm either. It was like very doable. And sometimes there was this warm current, somewhat. I think the water was heating up.
Yeah, the Mediterranean's really nice and warm. I just remember the beach in Paros. It was just waist deep, so far out. You could go so far out, and it was still just waist deep and beautiful. There was no getting used to the water. It was just dive straight in, and the swimming pool as well. But the sun was heating it all day.
The swimming pool at the hotel. The cats actually drank from the swimming pool, and the swallows also drank from the swimming pool, and I never seen that.
I've seen dogs do it. I've seen dogs do it.
It wasn't totally chlorinated, you know. I noticed some chlorine, but the tiniest bit, just the tiniest.
Are you sure it wasn't? Because it might have been salt water.
Yeah, I think it was. But it, I
We
mean,
had
it wasn't salt, but it wasn't chlorine either. I don't know how
we
they
had
do it. But
when I was in Portugal, one of the apartment complexes that me and my ex-girlfriend stayed in had a really fucking beautiful pool with a upper pool that had a sort of waterfall down into the lower pool. It was beautiful, but it was all salt water. It was a
yeah,
saltwater pool, so it was really,
I think they did that
really
there
nice,
too.
man.
I think that's the trick because the water there is like so clean. You know, we don't have that kind of water in the North Sea or in the rivers here. It's all kind of greenish and kind of muddy.
What aqua? It's a real aquamarine colour, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
proper aquamarine, like.
yeah, yeah.
What's up,
And also,
JP? How you
we
doing?
found these layers of clay next to the coast because you know the beaches are very short, maybe like a couple of meters. You know, maybe like 30 feet or 40 feet. When our beaches are like maybe like 100 meters or 200 meters at time, and yeah, those beaches are very short, sometimes rocky. And then we discovered this whole layer of clay, like this bluish grayish clay, and it was
Mm.
like 5 meters high at least. It's like, what is this island made of clay? What? Huh? Strange, man. Because well, you know, there was also this building on, you know, on top of the cliffs, and it was because of the storm. It had removed part of the coastline, and so the building was actually collapsing almost. So yeah, they had to
Shout
do
out to the
some
chat room,
repairs.
by the way. Jess popped in. I saw her. Where is it? There she is. What's up, Jess? And ITW, put some fucking clothes on and come up. Jeff, Gashead, how you doing? Welcome. Mysterious, not really. Squirrel Sniper. Chief. Maxi Pad. Greetings, thanks for being here. So let's go back to what I
Antichrist.
was suggesting about, yeah. I one of the things that really pisses me off about Revelations and what's going on right now, this supposed fulfillment of prophecy. All of those men, everybody knows, right? Everybody knows in the West. We all know what Revelations say, and the end times prophecy. Don't you think? If these people really were working for the Antichrist, right, and knew they were working for the Antichrist, and they're worshipping the Antichrist, they can see all this prophecy being fulfilled as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that never like that? It just seems to me like the dumbest movie ever, where somebody tells the bad guys, "This is what's going to happen. You're going to do this, and this is what's going to happen." And then the bad guys go, "Okay, then we're going to do that. Then we're going to do that, and we're just going to fulfill the prophecy, and we're still going to do it, thinking that we're going to win, but we know that we're not." Because we know that it's like,
I hear what you're saying, but the bad guys are calling themselves the good guys, right? They're calling themselves, no, we're not the bad guys, we're the chosen people.
well, not
So-
well. See, no, so there's a difference between the state of Israel and Jews, right? State of Israel is a secular government body. An institution, like, a fucking organization, a corporation, right?
The mafia.
Jewish people are deceived. They believe what they believe the story, right? Because they've had it MK Ultra'd into them since birth. They've had that story told and retold fucking 10 times a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They've had it drummed into them. They are never ever allowed to move on. They have to keep mourning, then celebrating, then mourning, then celebrating, then mourning, like bipolar fucking MK Ultra. So they believe the story, and then everybody else is guilted into it. Because if you don't believe it, you're a fucking anti-Semite.
Yeah, well, they're not Semites. So
That's a different argument.
yeah.
There are Jewish people who are actually Semites.
Yes,
Maybe their
5%.
bloodline is Semitic, and they can trace their bloodline back to the Levant, 2,000 years ago.
Yeah. But those
but the ones that have come over from the Khazars, basically, the Khazar and everything that resulted from the Khazars and the Khazarian Empire. Chiefs here.
What's up, fellas?
Chief.
Morning. Fellas, I logged on this morning. I seen Richie there, and then I made me a coffee, and I come back. And Boy's there. And Boy says, and Richie, you guys are talking about something. I only caught part of the conversation, but you guys had me laughing. I said, I got to go say good morning. As you're talking about speed, time speeding up, right? And then Boy says to you, hurry up, you're taking too long, man. I laughed my ass off. I said, good morning, fellas. Hey, time's going faster. You know what? The older you get, it does seem that way. It seems like a minute ago I was 27, and here I am 62, It's like, what the hell happened? Anyway, you made my day. That was quite the little chuckle I had this morning, so I just wanted to come on and say good morning to y'all.
Good morning, Keith.
Good day to you,
Keith,
sir.
sorry.
Good day.
Yeah, I need a bowl of Keith. You're right.
Don't you think that it's, oh no, it's not kefir, is it? It's kefir.
Kefir is like a yogurt, right?
Yeah, the yogurt.
Right.
But when I see it, it always makes me think of kefir.
Right.
Marlene, I wish you'd come up and talk to me, talk to us. Marlene is Khazarian. Ashkenazi.
Oh, yeah, that's the same.
But she doesn't follow any. She's not. She's not on that page, right? Angry Casper's here. No, that's kiffer. Kiffer is different, right?
Keith. That's kaffer.
No.
It's kaffer. Kaffer.
Kaffer. Because is it Lethal Weapon? Lethal Weapon 1 or 2? He says kiffer. Remember, it's got what's her name in it? The English actress who's like the granddaughter of one of the Cray brothers. Fuck, what's her name?
A keffer in Afrikaans is a dog that barks. That's a keffer. Maar kaffer is like an infidel, right? Kaffer.
Right. Kiefer Sutherland. Spent a lot of time in South Africa. You don't have to come on camera. Come and talk to us.
Right.
Give
Come
us
on.
your perspective as a technically. Like if you were to say no, I do. I want to practice Judaism. You would be accepted as Jewish because your mother and father are Jewish, right?
So yeah, but South Africa now is like totally communist, right? So and you know what communists do, right? They kill the boer, they kill the farmers, they murderize farmers, like they're doing here in the West too, right? Like they did in the Bolshevik revolution.
I heard some stuff, right? And then I also brought myself back to the present where I remember that everything that we hear outside of what we know is propaganda. So there is going to be a lot of propaganda coming out about this whole white versus black in South Africa. And I've heard that it's like I've heard both sides of the story. That as in that it really is that bad, and then someone else saying a lot of that's propaganda. It's not quite as bad as they're saying it is. It's still bad. There's still a complete. The pendulum swung. You know, the pendulum swung right over to the other side now. As far as
haven't you seen the chants in the football stadium, in the soccer stadium? Kiss the boer, kiss the boer. Now, of course, they didn't say kiss, but boom, boom, pow, pow. Haven't you seen that?
Yeah, but dude, that's football fans.
No, yeah, okay, let's call it football fans.
If it's happening at the football stadium, it's pretty easy to get a bunch of fucking testosterone-filled.
No, it wasn't
rivals.
football fans. It was an ANC Congress. It was an ANC.
Oh, right, okay, right. I don't know where I got the football thing. Maybe it was a football stadium.
No, it's not. Well, you know, it's like I said, it's totally communist now. So you know the results of communism, and I mean they did the same thing in Zimbabwe. You know, it's down to the ground now, and the same thing is going to happen to South Africa.
Well, man, that's such a fucking
political topic.
Dodgy subject, man, because if you recognize reality, then you are racist. If you state fact, you are racist for doing so, because there are certain facts about
statistics,
the development and
some people may call me racist, but you know, I don't hate black people for the color of their skin or brown people. I don't. You know,
people have been basically people are confused because they've conflated race with culture.
Yeah,
and it's about culture. It's cultural differences, cultural divides that are the issue, not.
But mind you, I lived in South Africa, and the Zulus cannot send the Xhosas or the Sothos or any other tribe. I mean, they're very tribal, especially amongst each other. Not even against white people or whatever, or Massa, or you know, that's not even the case.
Well, that's a tribe thing.
Huh?
That's a tribe thing, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. It's not. If blacks always get along because they're black. That's not a thing, man. It's just like gangs.
The rivalry is more about resources, right?
No,
that's where it began. They didn't just suddenly start hating each other because they were different tribes. There were two different tribes that both wanted the same resource, and so they fought over it.
They don't know how to till the land. They don't.
No. The resource is hunting, the game, the territory, right? To hunt them because they were hunter gatherers. The territory to hunt their food. They were competing with these other tribes over the food on that fucking land and who controlled that land. Right?
No, you're wrong. They're just another tribe, and that's why they hate them. It doesn't have anything.
But where did the tribe begin? You can't know, dude. That's extremely fucking ignorant to just say no. They're just a different tribe. Where did the tribe begin?
Yes,
go back in history. See where the tribe began and where the rivalry began and why the rivalry began between the two tribes. Because there's history there. There is a story. There's a reason why those two tribes, all those tribes, fucking hate each other.
No, there's not a reason. It's just they hate each other because they're another tribe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, but that's just how it is, Richie. If you want to complicate it,
in your head, Voy, that is how the world works.
No.
Absolutely. Yes. That's how you're perceiving things. This is how you're perceiving them, and you're communicating
and I'm wrong.
how you're perceiving
you're
the
right.
world.
I mean,
no, I'm not. No, I didn't say that. Why does anybody have to be right or wrong? We're just discussing it. We're exploring the potential possible reasons for something. Now,
I don't know much about the Zulu tribe, but I did watch some documentaries about that particular tribe of people. And it's pretty amazing. They have thick ass feet from running around and and it's just amazing there. And
well, anybody
going against the British and stuff like that. I've seen a documentary about that and how the British were out there and they'd go through 2-3 pair of boots chasing these guys around and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know, in regard to how things started or stuff like that, but I'm certain there's some type of element because there's other documentaries I've seen about Native Americans here, I want to call them that, how rivalry started, about resources, about different ideologies, about taking over and having this, and I'm the big dog on the campus, that kind of thing, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And there's also the Sun people, right? You might call them the Bushmen, right?
Right.
The smaller, like the Zulus are the big, strong warriors, and then there's the Sun people, the Bushmen. That's the tribe from the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy, right? And they are way more peaceful, and they live way more with nature. They don't rival with other tribes. They just keep to themselves in the bushes and very peaceful and very inventive. But they are very different. Very different.
Captain Truth says, because they all serpent seed. Captain Truth, we've all got the, I forget what it's called. It's the reptilian part of the brain, right? So you could argue that all of us are serpent seed because we've got a reptilian part of our brain.
Right.
Unless you're cerebral, and you just expand from that reptilian part.
When you're faced with danger, that reptilian part will take over.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, you'll die.
That's what propaganda does, right?
False evidence appearing real, that fear.
Right.
That's the fear that they use. The fear they use, false evidence appearing real. Fucking bullshit stories, bullshit
I heard
narratives.
that term. And then faith erases and removes. So I heard that both ways with the fear.
Say that again.
I've heard that term, false events appear real as fear, and then the Christians want to say faith erases and removes fear. See, so the flip side of that,
So, what I started the chat about, Chief, was the idea that the Antichrist is actually the state of Israel.
Yeah.
I posed it. I posed that to Gemini, and got a response that said, "Yeah, basically it maps quite well." But some Christian theologians say that no, it's not, because because the state of Israel.
People.
Because the state of Israel isn't asking people to divinely worship them.
It's us. Yeah.
So Gemini said that you're kind of like hitting the nail there with the hammer.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Something like that. That's what Gemini was saying.
Basically, and obviously, I'm gonna then jump to the conclusion that I'm bang on fucking target ideologically. JP.
Okay. What up? Yeah.
Big up the good self.
Big up yourself. How's everybody doing?
Good, good. You out helping a neighbor, huh?
I'm just clearing our garden for it at the minute. It's a fucking mess. But I've cleared all the weeds and all that and dug it all over. And I'm getting there. I'm just having a break, so I thought I'd pop in for 5.
Nice.
My mate's mum, because he works all the time, he hasn't got any time to help her, you know, she's just an old lady, you know, so I didn't mind doing a bit. If you understood any of that.
Maxi Pad says, did I tell you how my mum reacted when I came home when I was 4 years old and learned the song Jesus Loves Me?
Oh, yes, you do. Doesn't really.
Oh, Jesus, he loves me and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh, Jesus, he knows me. That's a fucking British song, man.
Been talking to someone that doesn't have to call Jesus, but
do as I say, don't do as I do.
I do as I fucking please me, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. So, you know, jog on.
Yeah. Well, I'm just.
Yeah, they got a lot of songs about that, dude. That one you started singing, that I thought of that song where I forget who does it. Jesus Christ, superstar.
Oh,
that was from the fucking
Came down from heaven on a Yamaha, in a skid, killed a kid, fractured his nuts on a dustbin lid.
I remember that one as well. Fucking hell. This shows you how that little rhymes travel, isn't it?
Wasn't Jesus Christ Superstar was one of the, wasn't that from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat?
The Technicolor Dreamcoat bollocks.
So it was something like that, wasn't it?
Wasn't that Philip fucking Schofield or something? Back in the day. Did he not do it? Remember that
again,
one?
sorry. What's that?
I'm saying, I can't remember the name of the. Was it David Essex that did it originally?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh God, David Essex! I can see his face right now in my mind.
As soon as you guys started doing this song stuff, that ran through my head. So I don't know. It just popped up. I can't remember either.
I remember Jason Donovan did it. But I'm sure fucking Philip Schofield had to go. Remember that dude up the kids?
Oh, Philip Schofield was Joseph. Yeah.
Ah, that's right. I knew.
Yeah.
Fucking rattling around in there somewhere.
Yeah, he did it, and then it was what's his name? Yeah, Jason Donovan. Jason Donovan.
Okay,
so as soon as I started singing, she yelled at me, said I wasn't allowed to sing it. I'm like, why, Mum? She said, because you're Jewish. Across my Catholic church, I could see the girls in their communion dresses looking like brides. Same thing when I asked if I could wear a little bride's dress. No, you're Jewish. That's
hell,
man.
Quite typical.
like obviously I actually try, I do or do not, there is no try. I empathize, right, with people. I play thought games with myself, try and put myself in somebody else's shoes and whatever. And I've tried to put myself in Near's shoes and putting myself in your shoes, Marlene. Like, that's why I'm really uncomfortable with the way things are. That like what it's basically showing, what I'm seeing, right, and how they've done it. There's so many people that are just good. They're good people, they're just people, like me, and like we're all just people, right? We're human beings, whatever. We're living human souls, having a physical experience here, and they've been completely fucking MK Ultra into this narrative that they're too afraid to think anything else other than this narrative.
Well, it kind of comes natural to them too, you know, to be that evil and to be so unforgiving and to be so arrogant, full of hubris. It kind of comes natural to them too, right? I mean, the exception.
Do you think that's what Marlene is then? Do you think Marlene
That's
is?
not what I'm saying, but
no, but she's Jewish.
I don't know what kind of.
She's
Jew.
not a practicing Jew, but she is a full Ashkenazi Jew.
There's always the exception to the rule, right?
Well, don't you think there's more than one exception to the rule? Don't you think it's possible that actually there's... Right, I get what you're saying, because I heard what you were saying yesterday on the live about in the Second World War, the German soldier given the choice between the English and to the Jews, said get in the hole, bury them. The English said no, we can't do that. That's inhumane. They said, okay, get out, and they put them in, so the Jews just fucking started filling the dirt in straight away, didn't even question it, right? And the Germans stopped it. Of course, the Germans stopped it and said, there you go, you've learned your lesson. I mean, maybe that's a true story, but
that is history, dude.
Yeah, but history is not a true story. We've already established that. We've already established that. The stories that we've been told about the Second World War are only stories. There is not very, very little, if any, truth in these stories.
Why do you disagree with everything that I am? Well,
because it makes for good content. It's more interesting than agreeing with everything. Okay. And because I do actually disagree with you in this. Like we do, because that's. Maybe things have gone back to normal, Voy. We always used to disagree, and then suddenly we started not disagreeing, and now you say goodbye before you leave. You know? I am
going to say goodbye because I have an appointment. So
this is a different timeline, man.
Instead of the boy that you did.
See you later, JP, Chief.
Have a beautiful day.
Take care, man.
All right, man.
Okay,
love you, dude. I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming up, boy. Man, that was just getting
flying.
good.
Tell him, hurry up and read.
Oh, we've got Cage in the background.
What?
Oh, Cage. Cage is here. Cage, mate. I don't hold grudges, right? It's not about a grudge thing. Yeah. It's just that, like, there were bars that I wouldn't go in ever. I didn't go in these bars because I just didn't want to go in these bars because there were people in those bars that I didn't want to engage with. I just didn't have any time for. Yeah. And so I went to different bars. Right? I went to different bars because the people there in those bars that I didn't go and engage with, the people in there didn't really want to engage with me properly. So I just, you've had so many chances. It's just ridiculous, mate. And I don't know why you think that you're going to get another. I don't really watch any other channels, really, but I do see now and again I've seen. I mean, I saw the Jack Talcott. I saw Voy was reviewing that thing with Jack Talcott, man, where you and fucking and Snafu Snaps and Voy and some other kid, don't know what his name was, and fucking, and it's just, you're not any different, mate. Nothing's changed. You're no different, so there's no point, man. So anyway, moving swiftly onwards.
So you're just chilling on my lap, made myself comfy.
Kind of funny. Is she all there? Like, mentally?
I think so. He's just an odd guy. It's kind of weird.
I mean, should we be worried?
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, where are we? I want a fucking coffee. That's where we are. I want to make a coffee. I've been going for an hour.
You grab yourself a fucking cup, man.
Can I leave you two gents?
Right.
Fill in the airways with your dulcet tones.
Oh, you're gonna go make some coffee. All right, go make some coffee, brother.
I'm gonna go make a coffee. I'm gonna make me a coffee.
All right,
I will be back.
And
water. I'll just leave you two. In fact,
I'll
no,
leave
the camera on.
Hanging out there, and
I'm all good.
Neighbor, right? So what you doing, with the neighbor?
Yeah, I'm just going for some replenishment into the shed. Need another can. Yeah. I've been here since about 9:30 this morning, and it's 12:30 now. So I thought I'd have a break.
All right.
Thing is, when I first turned up, it was a right mess. It was like a jungle. So I've just cleared everything as much as I could. Turned the soil over. And now I'm just going to have when I come back on, I'm going to pick all the bits of weed out that I couldn't grab from the root. So it doesn't grow back. So I'll be here till about 4 o'clock.
Right. That's your neighbor, you said?
Yeah. Well, it's me friend's mum. His mother. She's, like I say, she's nearly 80 now, and she can't really do a lot.
I just realised that that Chief might not have understood anything that you just said to him then.
Probably didn't. I've got the right response.
There was a bit of a silence, and I got this feeling that Chief was sat there thinking,
what the fuck's he saying?
Hey, sometimes it does sound like,
but he's way too polite. He's way too polite to say anything at all.
If I didn't make any sense, just say so.
Can you not rein it in, man?
You know, I mean, I just speak as I am. You know, I forget that most folks can't really understand what I say.
Oh, I like it though, man.
That's
my
bad.
It runs through my head. My grandson's going to be here later, and I like to sometimes like try to do different accents. You know what I mean? He's 7.
Yeah.
Right?
I would like to hear your version of a Geordie accent, like. See if you can speak like me.
See if you can speak like me, oi. Oi, we're gonna help the neighbours.
Try going a little further north.
Okay. I need to practice, right?
Yeah, that
Richie's
sounds a bit
good
more.
at that, though. Richie's good at accents.
Oh, he's a good mimic.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I told him he should get into comedy because that takes some talents. He could go from German to he just bounces back around, you know, and I'd have to sit there and think about it, you know.
I would love to hear some voiceovers on like an animation, like a cartoon kind of thing, like Richie doing different voices.
He do good at that, man.
So many different accents, you know, and do them spot on. Yeah, I think it would be class. Like,
you ever heard of a program called Fat Albert with Bill Cosby?
No, not. Oh, Fat Albert, where are you?
Yeah, Fat Albert. Bill Cosby did all the voices. Every character he was, man.
Huh? I didn't know that.
It was pretty.
I remember Fat Albert. Like,
Hey!
that's the one. His big red jump on. Fucking hell. There's a few folks like that. I mean, even Seth MacFarlane in Family Guy, he does loads of different voices in that.
All right, yeah.
I mean,
a
it
lot
is
of people in that industry can have that ability
Yeah.
to mimic
What-
voices. And
what's
people.
what's most impressive with him though is the fact that he can sing in the different voice like really well.
Right.
Like with the Brian sort of one, he can sing like a Frank Sinatra kind of voice. Do you know what I mean? And then with the Stewie or the Peter,
Oh, like Frank Sinatra, is that what you said?
aye, he can sing like that with one character and then change it to like what Peter sounds like.
Right.
And do you know what I mean? And go
Right.
backwards and forwards.
You know, there's
It's
a lot of
that's
history about
impressive,
Frank Sinatra. They don't teach.
Mhm.
You know, like he was just a singer, this and that. No, he
Oh, he was a gangster.
He made change. He made change here. Like I read not too long ago this article about Frank Sinatra when he was in Miami.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali was there. I think it was called the Hampton House or something like this at this hotel. And blacks weren't allowed to go on the beach. Okay? And
Huh?
blacks weren't allowed to go on the beach unless you had a permit to work in Miami. Well, Frank Sinatra showed up and he got a bus there and he told everybody, let's go, we're all going to the beach.
Yeah.
So he loaded up all the blacks and he went to the beach and he called the place that he was doing a gig at and he says, hey, the whole front row is going to be full of black people and I'll never play here again unless you change these laws that blacks can't be here and blah, blah, there. Well, sure enough, before the end of the day, we got word that they changed the law in Miami that blacks are allowed on the beach and you don't have to have a work permit. And he said he's going to Vegas to do it next.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, you know. We're not taught about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's great to hear people using their sort of influence where they can to make things how they're supposed to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Muhammad Ali's mom, it was a big advocate of telling that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's a big advocate because she was there, you know, when that was going down and stuff. Her son was there when he was Cassius Clay, though. You know, he wasn't Muhammad Ali then. Yes, his daughter, Ali, she does the news here in Detroit.
What's it called? Was it
one channel? I don't know what channel it is. Might be Channel 7. I don't know. I forget. I don't watch too much news.
She tried boxing as well, though, didn't she? His daughter.
I don't know.
I'm sure she was a boxer as well.
I know she had some type of. I think she's on that Wegovy or something, or Ozempic or something. She got that Ozempic.
Oh, Ozempic.
Kind of hollowed-looking face, and
yeah,
oh man, and that's sad. You know what I mean?
It is.
I think it's sad. I saw so many people on that crap. And then they can't afford it and get off it and blow up, and they're twice the size they should have been in the first place. You know.
Thing is, if I'm not prepared to drink or eat it, like as a food or a beverage, I'm not going to put it in my body or on my skin. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you, man.
I had this conversation yesterday with it because I was helping my friend that whose mum's I'm at today. His girlfriend was moving house yesterday, so for the day before. So for the last couple of days, I've been helping help her move house. And I had a conversation with her yesterday because I cut my head while I was moving stuff. And she says, I'll rub some Germaline on it. I went, no. She went, why not? I says, well, if I'm not prepared to eat it, I'm not going to put it on my skin. And she gives us this funny look. I can explain if you want.
Shout out to Arctic Timber Wolf.
Oh, what's that?
I've got my Arctic Timber Wolf lighter.
Oh, sweet.
I was wondering what's Richie showing, man.
It's my Clipper lighter, but it's got a wolf on it. Ah, nice. Yeah, I had one like that. Come on.
It's one of them sleeves. It's actually a royal seed. What do you call it? Royal king seed clipper.
Yeah.
Right.
Sylvie, shout out to Sylvie.
Sylvie, super mom Sylvie.
Skateboarding mama, Australia.
Oh,
yeah,
super skateboarding.
Just the bollock, like. This is the much nuts as mom's gone.
So,
if you understood any of
that. Actually, do you know what? You saying that, Sylvie, just reminded me that I made a picture yesterday. I got to send it to. There it is.
Nathan Penny. All right, yeah. In Super Soul.
Oh.
Here we go. I made this yesterday. See if you can see what I've done. Hang on. Where have you gone?
I don't know.
JP.
He just must have hit the wrong button, or the Wi-Fi signals dropped him.
You see what I've done there? You've gone silent, Chief. Do you see what I've done there?
Oh, I thought you were going to continue, and I was just going to say there's audio.
Who is the real? Who is the real enemy?
Is real, right? Is
yeah.
Who is real?
No. I never said that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying who is the real enemy.
Right.
Sorry. Link's gone. Hit the wrong button. It should be pinned, dude. It should be pinned at the bottom. It might not be though. Hang on. There you go. It is now. I'll drop it in again.
Oh God! Hit the wrong fucking button, didn't I? And I had to refresh. Everything had fucking gone from my screen. So we're rocking and rolling now.
That happens sometimes here when a plane goes overhead. If a plane, because I'm real close to an international airport called Oakland International Airport.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the big ass planes that are, huge, they'll go over the house and they're not too far above me, and they will shut the internet right down.
Because the piggybacking off your signal is the Ganawa.
Right. I don't know what's going on. But it's kind of freaky to see some of them planes when they're slow rolling.
It's a mobile Wi-Fi router, or whatever you want to call it.
They're just, they just like hovering over your house, man, going real slow. And I'm like, what the hell? If that thing drops, you're in trouble.
I need to make another duty, so bear with us.
I swear, I see planes. I'm still seeing planes every day in the sky that are just too low and too slow. Right, because of the altitude that they're at.
Just blew it past my
it's too slow. They're going too slow. Like
Right.
I thought aerodynamics, the way the air works when you get down below 400 meters or something.
Basically become like a glider, didn't it?
You go below 400 meters and they stop getting that. They don't have as much lift.
Yeah.
Right? They can't.
Right.
They have to put so much power into the engine to get lift to come up, right? But they're just coming down, and I swear that it looks like they're doing about fucking 60 kilometers an hour or something.
Right. Well, there are people that talk about that in regard to, and some military people talk about that to say that those planes, they don't fly, they levitate. And the one gentleman, he shows you when they're testing certain motors, they chain them down. And then when they engage them, and how do they start them? They start them with air. Okay, they start these huge jet engines with air.
Compression, isn't it?
Yep. And,
yeah, that's.
and
I think
the motor goes straight up in the air. And they have to chain it down or it would keep going. See? So I live by International Airport, and I see it all the time. I see, what they're talking about, that planes with propellers, they fly, but these jet engines, they levitate. But we're tricked in regard to, transportation, everything, for, those reasons people have lakes of oil and they want to control electricity and all that nonsense, But I believe that 100%. Because I worked on an engine called the Bork engine with a guy named Robert Ziegler. I helped develop his website. I'm the one that, operated his 3D printer to print all the parts out of paper and so forth. And that motor, it didn't levitate, but we got 526 miles to the gallon in that son of a bitch, and it had a one cylinder. So, and that was put on the back burner back just before, as soon as Pearl Harbor hit, because that was big, the Bork engine was big, and then as soon as Pearl Harbor, these governments that plan this thing, that just went away. And then they put all the stipulations in regard to the motor that you couldn't, it had to have, if you were going to use it in an ultralight plane, you'd have to redo the whole motor after 500 miles and this, and they had all these hard stipulations, and that's, no one's going to buy a motor.
Pearl Harbor was the reason for the Americans entering the Second World War, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Flag, wasn't it?
Right.
It wasn't the reason for the. What was what caused the decision to drop nuclear bombs?
What was the decision? Allegedly, Japan dropping bombs on Pearl Harbor.
Right.
So when this allegedly did it, wasn't one.
So America basically just came in and dropped nuclear bombs, and that was their. America was. I thought America was involved. Long before they dropped the bombs. Like, what year did America actually join officially?
43, I think.
So that was.
They were only in it for 2 years, I think, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Because basically had a decision
for the wars and
whether they were going to come in on the German side or ours, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, technically, Ford was already helping. Disney was already helping. Like America was actually already helping and funding fucking Hugo Boss.
The fucking tanks they had were basically just Germans in disguise, weren't they?
Saying Heil Hitler, right?
No, they were just fucking Shermans in disguise, really.
Well, see, just about that war, like in my own family, for example, my woman, her dad was captured at Normandy. Okay, during World War II, he was tortured and mistreated by Japanese.
My
Okay, by
granddad was one of the first.
Japanese, and
He
he
was a
only
Navy
lived to
gunner.
be 46 when he came back to the States. He died of alcoholism. And then my grandpa, he was a German soldier. He was captured and tortured by American soldiers, and he didn't live very long either. I think my grandfather lived to it was like 58 or something like that. He had cancer of the brain and leukemia and all kinds of problems. You know what I mean?
I've told this story a number of times, but my dad's dad was an engineer for the Royal Air Force.
Right.
My mum's dad was
Look
a
what I
pilot.
win.
Was a pilot for the German Air
Look
Force.
what I pilot.
Yeah, and he got captured. He got shot down, captured, recovered in a hospital in a prisoner of war camp, and then didn't leave and had an affair with my nan. And because she was already married. She was married to an Indian guy. She already had 2 kids, different dads, but yeah. So he had an affair with her and stuck around for a bit. Well, long enough to have 5 children, long enough to pop 5 kids out.
My mine was a Navy gunner.
And this, like, people are picking sides depending on the information that they have, right? Well, none of us are ever going to get to see the real information.
Yeah.
I think this whole picking sides thing is what they want us to do all the time, is pick sides. Pick sides.
Right.
Pick a side. Which side you're on? You're either with us or against us. Are you left or you're right? You're pro-German or you're pro-America? And sticking all these labels on it, like if you're pro-German, then you're a fascist. Nazi fascist. And if you're pro-Russian, you're a communist. And man,
right.
Really. You think, why does it have to be one or the other?
Right, because what they're getting us to fight over are completely fucking fucked up bullshit entities in themselves.
Right.
Right. They're not what they say they are on the tin. They're not here to help us.
Never are.
They're not. They're fucking. They're only like the entities themselves are corporations, which are soulless, lifeless entities that should not have any rights. Should not have any fucking rights. They've given corporations the same entities as a citizen, right? So to be treated as a living entity, in as far as law's concerned. Or an actual entity.
You've got water in there. Go and get a drink. Give you daft dogs looking for fucking sloppy water out the fucking bucket in there. I've got a pool in there for you, so you just.
I'd say, Arctic Timberwolf, that you're flesh and blood, mate. You're flesh and blood. Forget all the labels. Forget the German label. Like,
I might live in England.
We are all mutts. We are all mutts. Somewhere down the line,
yeah.
If you go back in our bloodlines, right? If we were able to actually accurately map our bloodlines.
Mine goes all the way back to fucking Jordan.
We find that we're all mutts. We're all mutts because we're all the result. Every nation has been conquered at some point. Every nation has been colonized and fucking, and conquered at some point by someone at some stage. Arctic Timberwolves joined us.
I know mine for one just right now mixed
it. Man.
Banging in the chat.
I've got my wolf here.
Good to see you. But also, I do also want to say that I've changed my mind completely about the Second World War and about who I have sympathy for, and who I think was the real enemy in the Second World War. The narrative we've been given is a bullshit narrative. There's a scapegoat. And I feel most sorry, like the German people after the Second World War, man. What the things that happened after the war had ended, the things that happened to the German soldiers and the German people were fucking war crimes, man. It was war crimes. We did just as bad, if not worse, to them afterwards. And you can say, oh yeah, but it's retribution. It's
no.
That's all behind this idea that this whole fucking thing, this whole theatre, has any validity at all, and it doesn't, because what it is at the end of the day, it's these individuals here have an issue with these individuals here because of whatever. Because they
what they did to Dresden. I mean, the war was supposedly over, but so for 150 days after the war was supposedly over, they decimated it on the daily for 150 days. Do you know what I mean?
150 days, yeah.
Why? Just to get rid of our world sort of technology and buildings and fucking people.
Yeah, no, I think so. The intentions behind when you look at all the places that were bombed in the Second World War, the most heavily bombed areas, they weren't military.
No, they
weren't military. They had ancient architecture.
Yeah, we were the fucking
energy. Right, everybody stop talking.
It was just civilian populations, and they carpet bombed them. Those cities just straight to the ground.
Decimated.
Turn your mic up a little bit there, Arctic, because it's really...
like my family is German, but my family came over to the United States long before the 19th century, long before World War I and II. But like my great-grandpa, he was born in Trier, Germany, and his wife, my great-grandma, was born in Cologne, Germany. Both of those cities are not industrial cities at all. They're like civilian, just like, farm town. Trier is the oldest city in Germany. And they just, the Allied forces just fucking carpet bombed both those cities straight to the fucking ground. It's horrendous what they fucking did. I mean, and I'm glad my family wasn't there, and my family had absolutely nothing to do with it. But what I find interesting is, like here on YouTube, there's narratives that people spin. And because I go around saying, I am German, anytime something racist comes up, I just type, I am German with a big smiley face, just to get a rise of the people. And next thing you know, I'm being accused of being a Nazi and everything. And that's the furthest thing from the truth, because I'm not. My family had nothing to do with that. My ancestors were, in fact, like the emperors of the First Reich, the Holy Roman Empire. Like, I'm directly descended from those emperors. So, like, if we want to talk about that, we can. But, like, the whole Nazi thing, to me, that wasn't even a Reich. Because
I like to use the fact that there's a group of people who want you to not see. Those are the Nazis. See?
Yeah.
You see that. The people who want you to not see are the Nazis.
I think
that's like wordplay, though.
There's another.
So we could call it a wordplay, but the whole agenda is a wordplay. Look, just like you were saying, your family didn't have nothing to do with the war, but mine did, on both sides, fighting against each other. Then when we came to America, I remember 1972. I was 5-6 years old. I just left Germany, and we moved to Waterford, Michigan.
Okay.
The first night there, we had our windows broken. No. We had Nazi written all over our garage door, our house, and everything.
You're kidding. In the 70s?
No, I kid you not. 1972. And I tell this story, and people laugh. They think, oh yeah, because we're the bad guys, the Germans. No, we weren't the bad guys. A group of people were doing this, that if you use the word, they weaponized the word anti-Semite, right?
Yeah.
Those are the people behind it. The Banking Institute, all that, right? So what did it take? It took another race of people in my community. The next night, my dad was a Vietnam vet. He blew people up for a living. 3 tours of Vietnam. He could have blew up the whole neighborhood, okay?
Yeah, my dad was...
He had a group of guys come in that were black. And in the middle of the night, I looked out the window. There's a fire going. I heard all these motorcycles sound like thunder. And there was bikers, black bikers that called the Black Panthers. He was in Vietnam with my father, and he rode around the neighborhood banging on doors, say, "You better fix my friend's house tomorrow or else."
I didn't know
That's
that.
what happened.
Black
That
Panthers
whole neighborhood
were
came
biker
together
gangs,
and they
I like that,
cleaned
man,
up
because
my
the
house.
Black Panthers came and stood up for your dad. I like
Swear
that.
to God. And that's the only second time I ever seen black people in my life. And I shared this story with Richie before. I was first taught about prejudice when my grandfather shared in Deutschland about prejudice to me and about his story about being captured and tortured by American soldiers. How violent it was. And I can't even speak about some of the things that my grandpa without
They had
crying. I don't want to
German
cry.
POW camps back here in the States, too, during World War II.
So anyway, my grandfather, the gentleman, it was white soldiers that tortured my grandfather. Thereafter, he was turned over to black soldiers. The black soldier, later in life, moved to Germany, moved where my grandfather lived, and they were friends, and I met him. And that was the first black I ever met, and I met his whole family. So it really hits home to me in regard to that. And because both of them said this, and then my other grandfather, who was on the Canadian side, who migrated to America, also fought against, this war that we're in. So I had three people, because I was adopted, 3 people in my family that all fought in this, and they all say the same thing: who was to blame? And it wasn't Germans. And you all talk about 8 million or 6 million Czechoslovakians were killed before that. Who did that? The same group of people that you can't talk about.
Well, you can't talk about the fact that there was 40 to 80 million Christians killed in Russia, in the USSR.
I was just going to bring that up.
During the Bolshevik Revolution, before World War II.
Right, like it started right around the turn of 1900, the year 1900. When I study history, I start noticing a big turn just in the general idea on planet Earth of nations being ruled by kings and emperors and queens to an anti-king, anti-emperor, anti-queen type of mentality with the population of Earth.
I
and
think
who's pushing that?
It maps quite well to a theory that I subscribe to about, and it's on my. I've taken it down. 138, right? The Phoenix cycle. The 1902 was the last date in the Phoenix cycle. The next one is 2040, and so much changed in and around 1902, right? Corporations appeared, big like Johnson and Johnson, right? Which is still
that's another thing. Yeah, the rise of the corporate.
They appeared out of nowhere. They appeared out of nowhere in 1902, right? So there's all these other corporations, and like you said, the what's the word?
Proprietorship.
Like the architecture changed, right? To the control structure. The architecture changed. It all shifted from, like you said, from kings and empires. And
that artistic
British Empire and everything.
Architecture.
Shifted over to this corporate
cookie cutter. Yeah, corporate cookie cutter. Just fucking blah, bland. Everything's just stamp it out, just like in that movie 1984. Or is that the movie I'm thinking of? They just had like people lining up in that fucking like little cookie cutter stamp thing. Industrial. It's an old black and white movie.
Yeah, I mean there is that kind of feeling to 1984. It's you're only really with a couple of characters, so you only go to 2 parts of of the world in that movie, which is in the Ministry of Truth and the Ministry of Love, right, where they basically rewrite history with lies and torture you.
Yeah.
It's I think the parallels between that story, that narrative, and reality today are just too bone chilling. Like it's too bone chillingly accurate. Me and Rox watched it. We watched 1984 a month or so ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. I don't know. Time's going so fast. Maybe it was 3 months ago. And I'd never actually watched the movie from beginning to end, right? And it's insane.
It is.
It's a fucking documentary. It's like, what the hell happened, man? Everybody got shown exactly where the world was going, and we still ended up here.
And now you got like the American police force. They don't protect the fucking people. They protect the goddamn corporations.
Can you say any police force that protects its people? And any police force that isn't just they're basically a home military for the government.
Well, I wouldn't even say for the government. It's more for the corporations. Like, I watch videos of like people stealing like shampoo from fucking Walmart and getting like their head kicked in by cops and shit for stealing a fucking bottle of goddamn shampoo from a fucking corporation.
Right. Well,
that's what went on.
It all depends on what color they are, doesn't it? Because I see gangs. I see gangs of colored kids and just teenagers, but most of them colored skin. All different shades of colored skin. So from different places, not just black, right? But immigrants and stuff. And going in and just completely destroying shops, stealing everything in it, smashing them up, and then fucking off. Going in and completely destroying McDonald's, taking everything, smashing it up. Like that's why McDonald's now, you're not allowed in McDonald's without if under 18 or something, or maybe under 21 without adult supervision. They're not letting children in the teenagers in McDonald's anymore because of all the shit that's been going on.
Or where's that at?
Yeah, but in America as well. I've seen it. Like, yeah, man. In the last couple of years.
10 years since I've been to McDonald's. I suppose it depends on the area too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like the big cities, I could imagine that.
That's the worst. Basically, that's where this is all happening. Where all of these things are happening, they're only really happening in the big cities. The stuff that now where it's going on in the villages and stuff, that's all about immigration. That's people protecting their fucking children from these crazy.
Hey, in our community, not too far from me, speak about McDonald's. 2 young ladies, both black. One just had a baby just recently. They're in McDonald's and the lady gets their order wrong and they go in there and they stab her and beat her up and all kind of shit.
What?
I think I heard about
because the order was wrong.
Yeah,
that's
I heard about that.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And they were pregnant?
She just had a baby.
Right.
She just had a baby, like, I don't know, a couple of days prior to this incident.
The thing is, what you've got a lot of
depression is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily immigrants doing that, though, is it? You got a lot of
no, it's not.
Ghetto
Blacks
trash.
aren't really immigrants anymore.
Right. They very, very successfully destroyed the moral character of society, right? There's people are just,
and it's a worldwide thing. It's not even really a race thing either. I don't see it that way at this point.
It's like cultural. The thing with the immigrants is a culture thing, but their lack of they have zero intention to assimilate in any way into British culture, And that's so people have got an issue with that because Britain is Britain, and in like English, being English and English culture, right? It's a very well established culture.
It's Celtic.
We might very well have gone out and pushed it on other people, but we did withdraw. And some of those places actually, their own choice, like India. In India, there are some Indians that consider themselves to be fucking English. And everything they do is English culture. They drink tea with the finger extended and everything, man. Right? because they loved the culture, because they felt it was cultured to be like that. Right?
That's crazy though, because they like India has a beautiful culture of their own. Like the the ancient Indian architecture is fucking amazing.
I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but there was a letter allegedly, apparently, I don't know, I can't personally confirm it, but there was a letter from like a duke or some lord or something that was overseas in India, you know, wherever it was, a couple of 100 years ago, basically saying that India was the most amazing country ever. They were well educated. They had a really, really rich culture, rich history. Everybody knew their history. They were very well integrated, very well a cohesive society, basically. And if the English crown was ever gonna rule over them and you know and claim India, they had to destroy their history, destroy their education, destroy their customs, destroy everything, basically, from the ground, right? Just completely change their history and their education.
Yeah.
And start with right from the cradle.
Well, that's how they always try to do that. Anytime any nation like conquers another nation, that's kind of like how they do it. They try to wipe out the history so that like the next generation fucking forgets who the hell they even are.
They were rewriting it with a Christian narrative, right? It's basically saying no. All of your ancient gods and everything, that's all woo-woo. That's all ridiculous woo-woo.
Hindu or something over there?
They did the same in Africa when they first started offering them medical treatment. They said, we will treat you, but if you fetch all your little idols and all the iconography that they had, sort of thing, we'll treat you, you know what I mean? And got rid of it all.
What was that? You just asked a question, Arctic.
Sorry. In India, is there mostly Hindus in India? Because you were talking about
it's Hindus and Sikhs in India, mostly Hindu and Sikh, and then Pakistan.
Sikh isn't a religion, though, is it?
Yeah, it is. Sikhism, I think, is a religion. I thought Sikhs were Hindus.
That's not Buddhism. Muslimism, right? There's like the Sikhs.
No, Islam. Islam.
It's like.
Here's a funny one.
That's Pakistan.
And then there's another one.
That's Pakistan. Pakistan is Muslim. That's an Islamic republic, and then India is Hindu. They got some Buddhist, and they got Christian as well.
Right. Just a little side note, though. Here's a funny one for you. I met somebody yesterday that was called Christian Muslimi. Get on that.
What's up,
his first name was Christian?
His first name was Christian and his last name was Muslimi.
That's messed up.
Isn't that mad as fuck? I pissed myself laughing when I fucking heard it. I thought, you've got to be taking the piss. Christian Muslimi. It was fucking mental. Couldn't fucking believe it. Right? The best name Christian Muslimi. I'm finished for the day, so I'm just packing up. How yourself?
It's definitely getting hotter here. It's definitely getting hotter here.
It's not getting hot here yet. It's fucking early though.
It was chilly this morning here. It's got up to 70 though.
It gets humid here at night. I mean, it's fucking thick fog at night here.
Where you at?
3 weeks. Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Central Wisconsin.
2 seconds, Wallace is on the phone.
My girl's
Oh,
got
mate,
some
no
relatives
worries.
there in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm almost smack
Wisconsin.
dab right in the center of Wisconsin, almost at the geographic center of the state.
You don't have a very strong Wisconsin accent.
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, man.
It's almost like a Bronx, Brooklyn, Chicago type accent is what was.
Forget about it.
It's like Chicago, yeah. Chicago.
Chicago gangsters coming up here. Like
that
Madison
voice you
and
don't
McLeod
recognize.
and Columbus and shit.
Sylvie, the voice you don't recognize, that is Arctic Timberwolf.
Not of this world. And nothing.
You've been up, you have been up before, haven't you? Ages ago.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't been up for it's been ages though, man.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's probably been a month.
I'm not sure.
or
Have you
two.
been up this? Has it been? Oh, right, I was thinking it was more than that.
I don't know. Yeah, it's usually pretty early because you come on early because you're like 6 hours ahead of me. So it's usually like sunrise here when you're streaming.
What is it now? It's 1:10 in the afternoon now.
Yeah, it's I don't know, probably like 6 or 7 a.m. here. It's overcast here. I can turn my camera on. Let's see.
Yeah, I
it's
wake up a
overcast.
lot of times
Probably
3 in the
gonna rain
morning.
today.
The Richie would just be getting up, starting to stream there. So I catch him a lot of times early in the morning during his morning.
That's some nice green grass at home, man.
Yeah, they just mowed it last night.
All right.
There's nothing
Nice to
like the
see the
smell of
Amish
fresh
from
cut grass,
Galvin.
man.
Yeah,
That's something
like
that's
smell
something I
of it.
miss. The smell of fresh cut grass.
I can't stand the smell of fresh grass.
The first cut of the spring, when after the winter and you mow the lawn for the first time, that smell of the first cut grass of the year, it's just it's beautiful, man.
Chlorophyll in the air, right?
But you don't get that here. We don't. Sometimes
I don't like that smell as much as the smell of just the woods, like going out in the woods and you got like all the leaves on the ground or something, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
that earthy smell.
Yeah, and pine, when you got pine and fucking, I love that. I love jasmine as well. I've never come across jasmine naturally anywhere. I've only walked past it in landscaped gardens and shit. But like there's a big jasmine tree bush down where I used to walk Alfie, and I used to smell that. Like we walked down at night, 10 o'clock at night, and the air was just fucking rich, like sickly sweet with the smell of jasmine. Fucking beautiful smell.
Mm-hmm. Lilacs.
Here
I like
around where I'm
lilacs.
sitting, there's a bunch of locust trees that are really nasty tree, but they throw a flower that's real pretty, and their seed looks like a badminton. So I think that's where they came up with the badminton. But anyway, they smell. The locust tree has a very nice smell, the flower of it.
Mm.
But
why is the tree not good? What's bad about the tree?
Well,
It's just gnarly.
You know, when it gets older, it's a widow maker, man. Like I was walking down the street, like you see, like right here above me there. That's a big ass locust. I'm sitting underneath this tree. See, there's a branch ready to fall. And that branch could just break off any time.
And that's pretty high up as well.
This is an 80, 90 foot tree. And right there's a broke branch. And right there's a stump. Hey, a branch, all of a sudden I just ran. And something told me to run. So I run to that fence line right there. and a big branch broke. If it wouldn't have fell, I mean, if I wouldn't have ran, it would have killed me right there. And just the other day, me and my dog were walking down the street, and just before we got to the end of the street, this huge ass branch dropped where I always walk with my dog. So that's why them trees, and they have these huge ass needles that will drop in
I
your
mean,
yard, and you step on it, go right through your shoe and into your foot. So you got to always clean it up.
man.
But they want $1,500 to remove that tree.
What?
And I ain't $1,500 to remove that tree. I had a
Crazy.
tree up front that I just cut down. They wanted $800 just to drop the bitch.
What?
I said, what? So I went and bought a saw and I dropped it myself.
Yeah,
so I
no
saved
shit.
$500.
Plus, you got all that wood then too to fuck with.
It's still in the front yard, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what
Yeah,
they
it's
do. They
season
like
it.
charge you to steal your fucking tree. Trees are a resource. I mean,
Is
you
it-
can fucking carve shit out of that wood, you know,
Right.
do whatever the fuck.
That tree you cut down, is it hard or softwood?
Hardwood.
But it
Yeah,
wasn't
this
a
was a
locust up
hardwood.
front. It's the one up front it's called box elder.
Oh yeah, elder.
That's
Elders are
hardwood.
hardwood. Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it's a
hardwood, isn't it?
hardwood, but see, there's the
Yeah.
tree right there. That's a box elder.
It just basically, what's it like? I mean, can you season it to burn? Was it burn like?
Sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it burned good. Matter of fact, I'm gonna walk up front here and you can see it right
Oh, actually,
over there.
that one was dead. That one was dead all the way through,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
the
Right
ho-
through the
there's the
middle.
hollow-
So that's almost already seasoned. Like you could
Yeah.
chuck it on the
Oh,
fire now.
some people are ready. You know, I tell my neighbors, you want wood, grab it, take it, and burn. You know, because I got too much of this stuff. Anyway, yeah. Yeah,
Marlene,
three
this-
times
Well,
three
it
times
takes
in my
about a
own
year
yard,
to
trees almost got me.
season the wood for a fireplace or whatnot. About a year. You gotta let it dry out.
Right, yeah. It makes a difference how it burns, exactly what type of smoke you get. Clean smoke.
Hey, technically, you don't want it to smoke.
No.
No, I'm talking about more of a white instead of a black, you know?
Yeah.
More of
I
a
just
white
remember
smoke.
when I went to Norway. I remember that they'd put a big sack of logs outside the cabin. Right, so you get back and there'd be a big bag of logs out. You go in, you just put one or two logs in the fire, strip the bark down, light the bark, and literally it would just go, and it was perfectly seasoned silver birch.
Right.
So
Because that fat wood
it burns
is
really
all
quickly.
underneath that bark layer.
It does burn really quickly. Like you get through a sack in a night, get through a sack of these fucking logs in a night. But yeah, but it's just, man, it was the because I remember trying to start fires back home in the UK, you know, especially damp wood and shit. Trying to start fires out in the forest.
Excuse me.
And it's all fucking damp. Everything's damp, and it just take ages to light a fucking fire. You needed so many firelighters and kindling and everything. But these silver birch logs, you just lit the bark. Just strip the bark down a little bit, set light to a bit of it, and the whole fucking thing will go up like a candle.
Right.
Maxine, don't you think it's fun? I think it's interesting that like English culture is part of the English culture is this posh element, you know, drinking tea with your little finger extended, only clasping the handle with your first two fingers and thumb, and extending your you know, all this shit,
Oh,
this
fucking
custom.
dainty.
But it's English. That is English. That's not right. But your mum was Jewish. Like how? Wait, you're in America, aren't you? Yeah, you're in America. You're across the pond. So that's the other thing as well. In America, but being a part of being Jewish was emulating British custom. Yeah. You're a Canuck. Isn't that I thought, isn't that racist? Isn't that racist? Isn't that a racist term for Canadian?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ah, Canada. You're a Canadian from Canada. Of course. Not an American. Well, fucking hell. It's gone very quiet.
Yeah, I'm making a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you start talking about Canada, I think about Trudeau and Katy Perry hanging out.
I think about mooses and fucking grizzly bears and shit when I think of Canada.
Well, not me. I think about that and about how they're dumping garbage up in the UP where a friend of mine lives and how they're putrefying areas that are just beautiful. Garbage.
One thing I remember
Sickening.
about Canada was like in the 90s, the best thing about Canada was its ice hockey team.
What's what?
Its ice hockey team.
Ice
They
hockey,
were-
yeah.
Yeah,
Hockey's
they were
big in
fucking-
Canada, Toronto, like Ontario, and Wisconsin, Michigan. Great Lakes area is big
I've
in
been to some
hockey.
very, very beautiful spots in Canada. One beautiful spot's called Blind River, Canada. And man, it's just gorgeous, man. I've been to some spots where nobody's stepped before. I've seen Wolverine in the wild, and
You imagine
just
Canada
beautiful.
and Alaska without the ice and without the snow. It's like the
Right.
most that would be God's country, man.
Yeah,
Basically, that
definitely.
would be like it'd be fucking pristine because it's untouched. It's like the most uninhabited, some of the most uninhabited parts of America and North America, right?
Hey, you ever see a sturgeon?
Oh yeah,
Fish.
yep.
Yeah. Hey, up close.
They're quite big, aren't they?
Yeah.
Big. Hey,
They've
encounter.
got pointy. Have they got like
Pointy
like a
nose, yep,
spear?
long.
Hey, big. They're like big ass logs in the water.
We got like
Well, I was
six.
but they've
water
got a-
skiing in Canada. I'm tooling along and wham, I hit one on my skis, man. I got a concussion from hitting the water. I hit
You're
the
lucky you didn't break your
sturgeon
ankle.
with my skis, but I hit the water with my face and my head. So I got a concussion
Damn.
and a hernia. I got a hernia from hitting the water wrong. So that was my first encounter. And then there was a whole bunch of them there, and I seen one up close. I said, because I was young, I didn't know that, the fish ain't going to hurt me none other than, me running into it. But it was pretty amazing to see such a huge fish, man. I mean, smashing into two going for, I don't know, good 40, 50 miles an hour.
They get like 6 feet long sometimes, I think. I mean, they get fucking huge.
Oh, man, they get huge. Where we were at, my grandfather on my stepfather's side, he's Canadian. He has a bunch of people in politics, and there's this huge cabin with logs that don't make sense for that area, okay? I mean, huge logs. It was just big. Everything was big. Big-ass rowboats, big everything, big. And, most of the guys that my grandfather knew and them, they're all 6'8", 6'9", 7 foot, 6'5". Nobody was small. They were all a bunch of big-ass dudes, Everything was big. The doors were big. Boats were big. The anchor was big. Their fishing poles were big. I felt like a midget. Anyway.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'8".
Oh shit, you're short.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
I used to be 5'9".
Don't say that. He's not short. He's
How
just
tall are you, Richie?
6'3" and a bit.
Oh, you're taller than I am. I'm 6 foot. 5'8", though, that's
people I
short.
grew up with were all huge. Like I had like my dad's brother. He was 6'8" when he was 12 years old and had a beard, a red beard. He used to buy for
That's
us.
fucking crazy.
You know, I was 19. I still couldn't buy booze, and my my uncle, or rather, he could buy booze.
He's a true descendant of the giants, man. Still got that
for real
giant gene in there with red hair and all of that.
Oh yeah, he went to Catholic schools here in Michigan, and he was recruited by, the NFL and stuff like that. But he had a mishap. He had his knee blew out. But he married the Procter Gamble. He married into the Procter Gamble family.
Ooh.
His girl, when he got married, she had $23 million in the bank.
Feet
already.
under the
He only
table,
worked
right
5
there,
years
mate.
in his whole life.
Feet under the table.
Do you guys remember Don Majowski, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers before Brett Favre?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I was watching YouTube. I was watching YouTube a couple days ago, and I come across a police body cam video. Don Majowski getting fucking arrested at a bar. Goes in. He's 61 years old. He goes into this college bar and shit. Thinking that all these people would know him. Nobody fucking knew who he was and shit. All these young kids and crap. They fucking beat him up, and he got in a bar fight and shit. So on body cam, fucking guy's like a goddamn fucking NFL star and shit. Nobody fucking knew who he was.
Marlene, there's a sandbanks in Cornwall. It's like one of the most beautiful parts of Cornwall. It's all sand dunes and fucking. It's really beautiful. I just remember it being so cool, man, when I was a kid. So it's funny. There's a sandbanks in Ontario as well.
We got Cornwalls all over the place here in Wisconsin.
Right.
How'd they come up with that name though, Richie? Cornwall.
What name?
Cornwall.
Cornwall. Yeah, exactly. Right? Was there ever a wall of corn?
There is.
Did anybody like that? Maybe Cornwall's called Cornwall because, like the Scottish, the Cornish were fighting against the English crown. They were fighting against Mercia and Wessex. Or no, Wessex. Yeah, but anyway, the Cornish were like they're a different breed. And they built a wall, but they didn't have any stones, so they built it out of corn.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know.
Because of the Cornish.
Getting corny.
I think it's funny, isn't it? How we went out. These empires went out and captured territory and colonialized, but couldn't think of any new names for places, just named them all after places in fucking England. The amount of English towns and cities and areas and whatever that are replicated in Australia, in Canada. The only place really that it isn't is New Zealand. New Zealand, I don't... Well, no, there's still English towns in New Zealand. America, fucking, yeah.
Like the whole upper east coast of North America is called New England.
I just seen a video about how in 11 days in America, all kinds of names of places have changed in 11 days in the 1800 something. I forget what the date was. In 11 days, there was like thousands and thousands of names that they changed that were on old maps to different names.
I saw something about that, about a week or two ago.
Yeah,
I come across that topic. I watched a couple of videos on it. Yeah, and like how some of these towns like disappeared too. Like the names changed or else towns disappeared or some weird fucking like deja vu type shit.
Yeah, all over America, towns have disappeared. I know some are in woods that I go, that I used to go hunting in. My brothers, when I went hunting, I took a camera. I'd take pictures and shit. My brothers, into hunting, so we didn't have no problem getting meat and stuff. funny people killing deer and so forth, but I never killed a deer in my life. I never killed a deer in my life. I'm telling you what, I don't know what it was. I was out there all cammied up, and I had my compound bow, and she was just 5 feet from me, and I galloped away from somebody else, and she crouched down in front of me, and I had my crosshairs right on her, and she looked at me with them big old eyes, and I couldn't do it, man. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't do it, and after that, I killed a coon once, and it haunted me, dude. I have dreams about this stupid ass coon over and over and over, and it's reaching out and trying to tell me don't do it. And here I'm a adult male, and I still have the same dream about this coon that I killed. So go figure. Anyway, I'm a meat eater, though. I'll eat meat, you know.
I went out
I
with
just
my
don't want to
cousin.
be killing it.
I went out with my cousin on their land, out into the woods on their land with a 12 gauge, and we were hunting just pigeon, and I pulled every shot because in the moment I was like, do you know what, I don't want to kill anything. I don't want to kill anything. So I pulled every shot, deliberately missed. He killed a couple. We had pigeon pie that night, and I ate it and enjoyed it, but I didn't kill any of those pigeons. Right. And I don't know what I'd do in a situation where the only way I'd be able to have meat is if I went out and killed a rabbit or something.
Yeah, then you
or
probably
a pigeon,
would. Me too.
Then I
hear
probably
you.
would. Yeah, I probably
Right.
would. But my survival, yeah, it would have to be a survival situation.
I was always big into deer hunting, so I don't have a problem.
All my
with that.
brothers growing up were big into that.
I pretty much I got a deer every year that I can think of. Anytime I went out, I have not been hunting though in like the past 10 years. I got too fucking good at it, you know. You get too fucking
Deer
good
is
at
venison,
something,
right?
Yes.
In the UK, venison is really expensive.
Delicacy, I bet.
It's like it's a posh. You're going to have. Well, back in the fucking 90s, it was, in the early noughties, it was, it was pre. You just couldn't go down to your local restaurant.
Where
and
you
just get venison,
you'd be fucking hunting Santa's fucking reindeer up there and shit.
The
man.
first time I had venison was in Norway, and in a really fucking posh restaurant. It was really it was like fillet or something. Venison. It was fucking amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing. But that was the first time I had it. Moose is nice as well.
I've never had moose.
Me
I've
either.
never had moose.
Moose is nice, man.
I've seen a bunch of them.
I'd say
I've
it's
never
just
ate
as
no
nice
moose.
it's just as nice as venison.
I've eaten buffalo, and I rode one once. I
They
got
sell-
on one when I was drunk, and
They
the
sell
owner of the
farmer-raised
buffalo
buffalo
grabbed
deer in
me,
the grocery.
What's up,
took me off the
Jax?
buffalo. Said, "What's wrong with your ass getting on this stupid animal, man?
What's up,
If you'd have
Callum?
backed up in the fence, would have squished my leg."
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, right in Waterford, Michigan, a guy had a little island on Crescent Lake, and I was there on 4th of July on a party, and I'm drunk as hell, and there's this big-ass buffalo, man, so my dumb ass thinks I'm going to get on him, man, and, I got on him, and I thought I was cool, and had some pictures taken of me and stuff, and then the guy comes and jerks me off, and he goes, "What's wrong with you, man? You want that thing to crush your leg?"
Yeah,
That means something else in English, dude. Jerks you off. That means something else in English.
Okay. Well, he didn't do that, bro. He didn't do that.
I got off the fucking buffalo, and the guy come and jerked me off.
Crazy, I tell you. Fucking jerking off.
They're not just making meat really expensive, Marlene. They're putting out ticks that give you fucking allergies to it. Like
allergies.
That's insane. They've actually done that.
How
people
He jerked
all over
me off
America
the buffalo.
from that
Yeah, that's a
Lone
good
Star tick or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Lone Star tick with that.
Yeah,
what
right.
would you do? What would you do if suddenly tomorrow you ate red meat and had an allergic reaction to it, and your face came out in red fucking welts, and you were like had a really physical reaction to it, like poison ivy, like you got poison.
Yeah, I'm on the
Causes
downstroke of
that,
that
though,
shit
Richie.
right now.
That they're adding something to the meat or something, then, right, to cause that? Because nobody's allergic to fucking meat, dude.
Apparently, this thing that
It
they've
has something to
released
do
with
with that
tick,
Lone Star. Tick,
there's
right.
this
They
tick
did something
that's
to it. Who knows?
Sasquatch will know. Sasquatch
Some
will fucking know. Come on,
hormones or
Sas.
something that they're adding.
We need
I don't know
school.
what they did.
We need to be schooled by
But
the
yeah,
Sasquatch.
there are certain bugs that do cause them certain things here, even with mosquitoes doing certain things here and all kinds of weird shit. And they got this other, got this fly now that you're got to be aware of. I forget what, ringworm fly, or I don't know what the hell they call it.
I would think that it's just like a diseased animal, or that somebody actually like fucking poisoned the meat and shit.
Imagine
I
this.
think they're augmenting bugs deliberately.
Right.
Because we had a guy here who's a senator now or a congressman in Michigan. His name is Shri Tanundar. And he came here from, I don't know where, some third world country. He became a millionaire messing with bugs. Okay, now nobody I know voted for him, and he's in office.
It's a screwworm.
Just weird, and they augment bugs, and he's linked to Bill Gates. See, so weird shit there too, you know.
So imagine this. Imagine what if, just for sake of argument, for a thought game, what if you, the way you think and the way you perceive reality actually makes it real in your own experience. It makes it real. So there's people out there that believe that this fucking screwworm thing's real, and there really are flies.
Right, that's what it's called.
And they're running around with that in their conscious mind. They're worrying about it, right?
Right.
And it makes it real in their reality, in their experience of reality.
I think there's there's a word for that, Richie. It's like a medical fucking word where
well, it's placebo. It's similar to
placebo.
placebo.
It's kind of like a placebo effect, only reverse.
It's psychosomatic.
Psychosomatic. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Exactly. Where I think it's like the body's natural reaction to go into like some sort of fucking panic state, which affects what chemicals your brain is releasing in your fucking bloodstream and shit. You know?
Nocebo. I like it. It's not a placebo. It's a nocebo.
Yeah, it's like a reverse placebo, right? Because the placebo actually it's like a sugar pill. Gives you a benefit when it really doesn't. But this is
the augmentation of a lot of different things, like bugs and plants, for example, or your own immune system from what you've been eating. Because I used to not be allergic to poison ivy. I used to be able to roll in it and it'd be okay. But now I get it, and my God, it takes me 2 weeks to get rid of the shit.
Right, but that might
literally.
I mean, there might be a medical explanation for that, a physical.
The allergic reaction, though, that's like a histamine reaction in the blood. So that's actually like a chemical type of reaction, your immune system type of reaction, right?
Right.
From the oil, urinol, or whatever they call it. Particular oil in the poison ivy. Just a drop the size of a grain of salt can affect his whole body.
Yeah.
Are you still not using marijuana?
I haven't smoked anything in
I haven't for
3 months
10
now.
years or more.
Right.
Nothing.
You haven't smoked anything, but have you had
nothing?
edibles?
No cigarettes. Nothing.
Right.
I have taken some gummies with marijuana in it. That's about it.
Right. Okay. So we can't say it's because you're not ingesting or digesting CBD.
No, last year I had poison ivy 3 times.
You know what, Richie? I'm allergic to indica.
The Sasquatch. Sassy!
What
I'm
up, bud?
allergic to indigo weed, but I'm not allergic to sativa weed. And when I say allergic, like my fucking, it's anaphylaxis reaction. My throat fucking
What,
closes
with
up.
indica? If you
With
smoke
indica, yeah.
Oof.
So yeah,
So you
it took me
can't.
a
That means you
while
can't
to go,
smoke. That means you can't smoke hybrids.
Nope, can't smoke hybrids. I can only smoke pure sativa.
Wow.
But I haven't smoked any weed for like over 10 years. But if I ever did, I can't smoke indica because I'm allergic to it.
Huh. Yep.
So, Sass, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
bad.
No, not the screwworms. The red meat
Lone
allergy.
Star tick.
Right. So
The
there's a
Lone
couple
Star.
of layers to this particular conundrum. I have a primary issue with the spreading of any animal outside of its native habitat. It seems really strange to me that anyone would breed and drop off ticks in places where the ticks didn't previously exist without some supervillain narrative behind it.
I'm just going to welcome El Perro. How you doing, man?
I think
I don't know where it's put you. I don't know where it's put you. Where's it fucking put you?
I don't see him anywhere. I think that
There he is.
I think that with nowadays it's easy for people to travel around SAS. So I think sometimes the ticks will fucking hijack
Sure.
you like stowaways.
But we
and
have
shit.
found in America boxes labeled from labs that are breeding arachnids, specifically ticks that have been dropped off in eastern states. The Lone Star tick is native to the western side of Texas and like one spot in the Rocky Mountains over there. So the fact that this one, well, there's a couple of breeds right there, but this one particular type of tick in this one particular type of area has this really weird effect on people, and then suddenly poof, they're moving it all over the country. Why?
Yeah, I mean it can only be basically it's not a natural migration.
It's not a natural migration.
It's not a natural migration of this tick. It
doing it
means
on
it has been
purpose.
artificially transported to or deliberately, intentionally transported. Or I suppose they could say, well, no, it travelled on the cattle. It travelled on the cattle and it dropped off in that state.
Not in a box. We found the boxes, bro. A couple of them didn't open when they land. That's why we know what was in them. They've literally been airdropped into places all over the East Coast, primarily up around the Virginia region. But that's the least creepy part of this whole story is they found a tick, hypothetically. They found a tick that causes perfectly normal people to not be able to eat meat and then magically spread that fucker all over the East Coast in the middle of a big push to stop people from eating meat. That is
when Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland and has already bought up all the farmland. Can I just say,
Rich, I gotta go. My battery's about ready to die.
No
My girl
worries,
just
dude.
got up.
all
You
right,
all
mate,
have a
thanks for
great
joining
day.
us. You too.
Yep.
See you, Chief.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
Have a
man.
good one,
Peace,
man.
brother.
See you later, Chief.
Peace, everybody.
Have a good one, man.
Thank you.
Peace.
Okay, so let's take it one more layer deep.
Just before you do, I just want to say, do you know what, Keith? I had no fucking idea your hair was so long.
Oh yeah, he's an old
no
hippie.
idea it was so long, man. You like that's past shoulder length. That's almost down to your nipples, isn't it? Gee, it is. Look, you could touch your nipples with your hair. That's insane. Sorry, Sass, carry on.
It's okay to be amazed. So
okay, it's Jesus Hitler. If Hitler were Jesus,
if Hitler was a liberal,
Right? You got smoking weed with all the hot liberal and goth chicks over there, decided to vote blue.
I think
no matter
Jesus
who.
was a liberal, wasn't he?
I grew up thinking I was Jesus.
Jesus
Every
was a
time I
communist.
did something wrong, Dad would say, Jesus Christ, what do you know?
Yeah.
To take, but just to go back to what we were saying, though, like you bring up a good point about this. You know, it's so obvious.
Welcome in, OTW. Long time no see, brother.
Hopefully, he's put some clothes on so he can come and join us.
Maybe a tank top.
Yeah, the so-called migration of this tick is just obvious, and
I wouldn't even call that a migration at all.
No, it's not.
It's
they did
like
exactly
they're-
the
migrate,
same
they
thing. Basically,
They got stowaway on some fucking
think of these boxes. These boxes are basically little inflatable boats, and they're coming in little inflatable boats. It's a color revolution, right? It's a color revolution with the ticks, the Lone Star ticks.
But it's more than that, though, because they were deliberately breeding these ticks because of them. When they bite a human, it causes a human to not be able to eat meat. That's like a whole fucking bigger agenda that they are pushing.
Sure. I'm not
Big up.
debating the agenda.
Sorry, ITW's just joined us.
Yeah, I decided to put my bathrobe on, just in case I had to cam up.
I'm sure nothing that important will take place. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Much love, brother.
Doing good. How are you gentlemen doing? I'm
not bad.
Alive so far. I could complain. No one wants to hear it.
Yeah. Where were we?
Ticks.
So
on panel.
There's more layers to this than just, oh, there's this thing that makes people allergic to meat. Oh, it lives over here. Oh, it happens to be in a box on the East Coast now in some dude's cow field. You know, that by itself implies conspiracy and theories. without any more gears or gizmos, you don't need nothing else to say at least two people conspired to put those ticks in that box on the East Coast.
Right, and that's just a beautiful recipe for conspiracy theory. To sow, mistrust and
let me put it this way.
Confusion.
I want you to stop eating meat. I tell you to stop eating meat, you go buy a side of fucking beef. I tell you that it's killing the planet, it's ruining everything, gas prices, cow farts, the whole nine.
You buy
and
another
you
cow.
still go buy another side of beef. And so I say, hey, look, if you're not careful, you'll get bit by this tick over here and it'll make you allergic to meat and you won't be able to eat it no more. And what do? You celebrate with a fucking 64-ounce steak. Now, I respect whoever it is they're talking to so far. This man has got some serious fucking growth points. It's got legs. But the rich elite who are sitting around going, well, if they keep eating meat, we're going to have to stop flying in our jets. So because you have to have the trucks and the fuel to be able to haul the meat back and forth. If we could just cut beef out of it, suddenly we've got so many more resources for everything else. Yeah. I'm sorry, that sounds... I want to stop you from eating meat. I try to convince you, you won't take the bait. I try to pay you, you won't take the money. I try to stop you, and you just pay more for it. So... well, there happens to be this thing over here that makes you allergic. What if you caught that? So we arrange for that to be spread out a little bit better, but it didn't work real well the first go round. You remember they used to be on the fucking news like once a week. A Lone Star tick found on an airplane leaving Austin. A Lone Star tick found on an airplane leaving Dallas. They this went on for 5 years. They reported every single one of these ticks that happened to be found on someone that was leaving Texas or Western state. And then suddenly there are hundreds of these boxes dropped off on the East Coast. And the only time the news says anything about it is when local homeowners happen to come across the boxes and report them 1,000 times. And it's like, okay, so we don't know what these boxes are. We don't know where they came from, but they are labeled Lone Star number such and such and blah, blah, blah. And when you check the listing, it comes back to labs somewhere in the heartland over there where, yes, by the way, one of the things that they do, and they do other things, one of the things that they do is, they breed Lone Star ticks. Why? Somebody told them to and gave them a really big check would be my guess.
Evidently, they're not doing a good enough job of procreating on their own.
Why would anyone want to try to fucking help a parasite procreate? That doesn't
stop you from eating meat, sir.
What about another parasite?
No, fucking ticks are not beneficial whatsoever.
What about if they're beneficial to the biggest parasites on this fucking earth?
What if hold on a second, I have a crazy theory here. What if some sort of space being is like, or whatever, from another realm, a higher power that, you know, is like it doesn't agree with killing animals and stuff like that. Let's say it's like it's a righteous being, right? And it's coming back here. It's been here before, and it's probably coming back here. But if it comes back and it sees all of humanity being carnivores and all that stuff, it might wipe us out. Say like, you know, we didn't get it, right? So they
Do you mean it's going to be an entity that says killing's bad? You've been killing, so we're going to kill you.
But that's out of this world.
Something like that, right? And hold on a second. Yeah, but it's a righteous kill. And
what
on top
makes
of
it
which,
righteous?
Well,
because they're doing the killing. That's what makes it right.
because it's them doing the killing, not the other side.
Right, exactly. But they're more powerful. Like they can just like wipe us out completely. In you know, they're really like Superman or something like that. Whatever.
They got
who knows?
laser guns.
And they got to get human beings to eat and stop eating meat before they come back. So when they come back, everything is nice and dandy. And then when they leave, they'll have people start eating meat again.
You reckon they're cow people?
What if it's more simple?
Well, maybe
than
it's
that?
the cow gods, you know, or something like that.
What if it's people that think they're gods, but they're merely parasites, and they realise that the only way that they're going to take this fire out of the fucking people, and maybe, you know, like they need to brainwash them, right? Well, that's still not doing enough. Okay, they need to poison their bodies. Okay, poisoning the bodies, still not doing enough. There's still this fucking testosterone shit going on, man.
Yeah,
they want to get rid of this testosterone. Get rid of the testosterone, and maybe they'll have a more docile cattle that they can work with, right? What's the best way to do that? Stop everybody eating red meat. Introduce soy into the diet. Introduce fucking fake food that's just full of crap that lowers your sperm count, lowers your testosterone.
There are people out there who basically worship soy as the divine protein.
Well, you know, here's another theory.
It also has estrogen in it.
Right. Here's another theory, right? Aliens have taken over the world, and they're slowly depopulating, so we don't panic and freak out and you know, band together to defeat the aliens. But they're here, and they're doing everything in their power to slowly depopulate the planet, and then they'll invade. Right? They're not going to really invade until that's. Well, because they live longer than us. They're probably, you know, they don't care. Maybe they live, you know, I don't know, 200 years.
Oh, honey, I'm allergic to soy. I can't even be near a field of that shit. It'll swell me up like my.
It's okay. You don't have to eat soy. You know, when they invade, they'll take care of you then. You know, that's all.
Come and join us, Tootsie. We could do with some titty energy on the panel.
This is exactly. This is exactly the conversation we had when it come down to all right, so this chick was like, hey, if we could just get rid of all the animal farms, right? If we could just get rid of, I was like, what about personal farms? Can a family
was a
keep
good
some cows?
movie,
And she was
Animal
like,
Farm.
no. And I was like, well, can a family keep some sheep or something? No. Pigs? No. And I was like, okay, so let me get this straight. You want the entire world
to be
to
communistic.
stop eating animals, period.
And
Then
get rid
you
of the
want
farmers.
all of them. Well, no, you can't get rid of the farmers. You have to plant the soy. All of them to start eating beans to replace the protein from the meat. Now, and hold on, Chicky, I want to ask you, what happens if somebody has an allergy? Nobody has an allergy to beans. I have an allergy to beans, madam. What do I do in your perfect utopian world? Can I raise me some chickens? Can I raise
there's
me
all
a cow?
sorts of different allergies to various different plants. You
They
know,
send you to the FEMA camp.
people are allergic to
Sasquatch.
fucking peanuts. You know, but
I'm
nobody's
allergic
fucking
to
allergic to
legumes
meat.
in general.
Yeah,
Do you know, it's funny. I think in the 1900s, I'm not sure that anybody was
except maybe
allergic to peanuts.
fish, like shellfish allergy. That's the
I
only
don't
one
think
can
anybody
of.
was allergic to peanuts in the 1900s. In the
What?
early, and then like the 19th century,
To be honest,
the 1800s.
well, that actually
Nobody was
checks
allergic
out.
to peanuts.
To be honest, we didn't
Sorry.
we didn't use a whole lot of peanuts before that whole Washington fellow came up with 1 million uses of peanuts, right? Previous to that, peanuts was just one of those things we knew existed. We could get oil from it. And that was about it. There was a handful of people in the South who would boil them up and eat them. And that was about it. For the most part, it was an industrial
boiled
product.
peanuts.
It was not
Yuck.
it was not for food. It wasn't until Mr. Washington decided to sit down and figure out what all it could be done. And you know why he did it? For people without teeth.
Ah, interesting.
They need protein. They need the ability to chew whatever it is they're eating, and this is kind of how it went. Was okay.
They didn't
well,
have
you need
meat
protein.
grinders and shit back then.
Well, yes, they did, but if you didn't have teeth, you probably couldn't afford the meat in the first place. These were old people who had suffered critical injuries, generally involving a war of one nature or another. And George Washington Carver was hit with the question of, these people are all suffering from a lack of protein and we don't know what to do about it. And he said, oh, I got an idea. You know, it has a shit ton of protein in it. Beans. And they're like, well, we're feeding them beans. It's not quite getting it. Peanuts has an entire different bouquet of
Technically,
proteins.
peanut isn't a nut, is it? Peanut.
It's neither a
technically
nut,
isn't
nor a pea. That is true. It is a legume. ... I'm allergic to legumes.
Really? Like all of them?
Well, not all legumes are
butter
peas and
beans,
beans. There are more legumes than just the ones we eat.
What
right?
about,
yes, all of them we eat. Yes.
What about oh god, what's it called? Every time I go to say it, for some reason I'm going to say soy, and it's not
Kidney
soy.
beans.
Lentils.
Lentils. Lentils.
Yes.
You're allergic to lentils?
Dude, if it's a bean or a pea or a sunflower or a peanut, if it is a member of the legume family, it causes some sort of reaction.
What do you get?
Generally,
You get like skin spots, or do you get like the anaphylaxis?
It's a little bit less severe than anaphylaxis. What happens is, if I sit down, like if I eat something that has a few peas in it, my mouth will get a little itchy, just a little itchy. It's not. I might not even notice it. But if I sit down and eat like a peanut butter sandwich, it's like eating poison ivy. It'll go straight through me so fast that you can't run that quick.
That sucks, man. You could never enjoy a peanut butter and jello sandwich. Like,
Well, no, I can enjoy it. I just not very long. About 20 minutes after I eat it, I get heartburn. My stomach goes.
yeah, the cost
I love
outweighs
peanut
the
butter, bro.
the negative. The
Here's
cost
the thing.
outweighs the benefits, right?
Peanut butter. I've always described peanut butter as spicy, and everyone always looked at me like I was
Spicy?
nuts. Spicy, yes, sir. Think about it.
That's
I'm
crazy.
having a
That you were
the
nuts.
second,
Ha 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 ha.
the second I take a bite out of the peanuts, my mouth starts burning. I say it's spicy, and everyone looks at me like I'm nuts. Right? They say you're
Wow.
crazy.
Nuts.
Peanuts aren't spicy. Butter beans aren't spicy. Black-eyed peas aren't spicy. All these things were
None of the
spicy to me,
beans are-
man.
Oh mate, you can't have black-eyed peas. So you
Damn right.
and what about black bean sauce?
I'm from the South, bro. That's like
What about black bean
required
sauce,
education.
dude?
How, you can't
You
eat
can't have
fucking
black
chili
bean
then
sauce.
either, man.
What do you mean?
How do you make
Shrooms?
chili?
Chicken
no, I
and
eat
black bean
bean
sauce
chili.
with green peppers and onion.
Green bean
Beanless
chili?
chili? What are you talking
No
about?
bean chili.
Oh my god.
Chili.
You can
You
call
can't
it
eat
That's not chili.
Yeah, it's
No
not
bean
chili
chili
anymore.
is not
Yeah,
fucking
it's
chili at
not
all.
chili.
What
Let's
is
back
it?
up.
It's
It's-
Let me
fucking
ask
tomato
you.
soup.
We have to take away the C. We're gonna have to call it hilly.
No bean chili. Tomato soup. The other chili.
That sounds like
Pretty
I had.
good.
That sounds like my childhood when we had hamburger or a hot dog for lunch and hot dog soup for dinner.
Ew.
I think one of the best things that Americans came up was spaghetti and hot dogs.
Spaghetti and hot dogs. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Where I come
just
from, it was craft dinner and hot dogs.
Right, just spaghetti with hot dogs, you know, little frankfurters that you boil up in the fucking water.
Who the
chopped
fuck
up and
does
chopped
that?
into-
I've never even heard of that shit.
I think it was. I think I saw it on Big
That's some
Bang Theory.
ghetto
or something.
fucking shit if I've ever heard of it.
With I think it was Sheldon actually on Big Bang Theory that might have been where I
Oh,
got the idea for that.
That's some struggle food there, bro. That's some
Yeah.
rinse. That's some rinse the ketchup bottle out for a little sauce.
Yeah,
That's
man.
amazing.
Yes, and that's exactly what I did at uni.
Right?
Hot dogs,
I remember my
spaghetti, hot dogs, and tomato ketchup. Fucking banging.
That's
You know what?
Until you tried it.
Best Food America came up with a root beer.
How about
Root
macaroni?
beer is amazing, man. I don't know anywhere I could buy
American
root beer now. I wish I
delicacy.
could. I wish I could get root beer.
Root beer.
Gourmet fucking beverage.
Real root beer though, not.
You can't get real root beer anymore. They don't make it out of sassafras root anymore.
Right, it's actually it's got health benefits, isn't it? Sassafras.
Sassafras? No, it's fucking poisonous.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Say, man, you drink you some sassafras tea, and you will be having the Wadabi drops pretty freaky quick, bro. That stuff
Well,
will
maybe
clean you out
that's
like
just
nothing else.
detoxing. Maybe it's detoxing because if you
That's what
if
it was
you
used
drink-
for.
If you drink, is it bergamot? Or there's wormwood tea that clears you.
That's hallucinogenic. Well, they call that absinthe. They put wormwood in. What do they mix it with something, Sass? They mix wormwood with something and make
The
it's called
wormwood tea is
absinthe.
more antioxidant, detox.
Wine.
It
I
doesn't.
think
I don't think it
wine.
has hallucinogenic. I don't think the wormwood tea you can buy in a health shop has hallucinogenic properties. But
Yeah.
like you said, putting wormwood into absinthe, they're not allowed to make absinthe the way it was traditionally made anymore because of its hallucinogenic.
Wormwood.
properties. That's what I heard anyway. Like we had absinthe. We got some absinthe back in the UK, and it was like 90 proof. I don't know. I think it was what it was
Yeah,
like
that's like some
50
Everclear
something,
shit.
50 something percent alcohol by volume and
45.
90 proof. Because the proof is like the alcohol by volume is different to.
Do you know why proofing
proof.
is done the way it
Proofing.
is?
No.
So alcohol and water are such similar molecules and are of a certain shape. When you pour water and alcohol together, they actually take up less volume than the volume of the two chemicals together. It is almost impossible to remove all the water from alcohol. Even with like vacuum stills and scientific equipment.
Fractional distillation, they call it.
Yeah, you basically have to distill it, and each time you distill it, you get closer to the boiling point of water in whatever the vessel you're distilling it in, and that's why they use vacuum. That's why you use vacuum distillation to try to reduce as much water as possible. The problem is that they're so closely linked together once they get in there. They don't have bonds. They're not bonded. It's not one molecule. It's just that they're so closely driven together by basic pressures that when you try to evaporate one off, you get a little bit of the other no matter how much you try. And so when they were coming up with percentages, they had the little ball that would like float at a certain height that would tell you, okay, well, there's 80% alcohol, 90% alcohol, 95, 96. But getting to that 100% point was impossible. And so they decided that they would utilize the bubble method for determining how much alcohol was in spirits specifically. And this bubble method basically allows a person who has zero education to look at a jar of alcohol and go, hey, that's about this proof. It doubles the amount and halves the amount of hedging, I guess you could say.
Old Grey is bergamot, isn't it? Old Grey tea is bergamot, I think. That's why it tastes funny. I used to like Old Grey. Earl Grey. Oh no, that's Earl Grey, not Old Grey. Earl Grey tea is bergamot. It's made of bergamot.
We have some stuff here in the U.S. called Everclear.
Yeah, I got a bottle of it in my freezer.
I'm sorry. It's good for two things: degreasing engine blocks and killing brain cells.
It's pretty much why I always keep a bottle of that shit around just for home chemistry, amateur chemistry reasons. Every once in a while, I'll mix it like in a mixer drink. But yeah, you're right. It's a sterilization fucking thing only.
The other one is, what's that other one called? Golden Grain. Now, it's not quite so clean as Everclear. It has some rye oil and some weed oil and some flavorings in there so that it tastes like something other than straight fucking hell.
Golden Grain, that's a whiskey, though, I think. Everclear is a vodka.
It's not a whiskey.
Isn't it?
Everclear is not a vodka. No, sir.
I thought Everclear was a vodka.
That's because it's clear, and your brain just made that association, just like Golden Grain is brown.
Well, what is it then?
It's alcohol. It's straight fucking alcohol, dude. It doesn't have a classification like that. It's not for
so
drinking.
Technically, is it alcohol or is it ethanol?
Ethanol is ethyl alcohol. Ethanol is our alcohol that we drink.
That's what
you're after. Methanol, and then there's isopropyl alcohol.
And that is denatured alcohol.
Wood alcohol is methanol.
So the Everclear is essentially brake fluid or some shit like that. Shit is serious.
Yeah, it's like straight ethanol. You can literally fuel your fucking car with that shit. What are they?
Almost.
Is that Top Fuel or is it? Yeah, Top Fuel dragsters. They run on ethanol.
It's not easy to source, and it's fucking expensive.
I don't know, man. It's pretty easy to source in the U.S. You just go to a convenience store, grab you a bottle of Everclear. You got it figured out.
Yeah, there's some places though that don't sell it.
Ruin your rings, all your seals, all your pumps in your fucking engine, dude. Like, that shit is going to destroy it.
Anything rubber, anything with any rubber or fucking plastic in it, basically.
We run it by you on this one. What do you reckon happens when you mix alcohol with oil?
It breaks the oil down, doesn't it?
Well, it distributes the oil equally across the alcohol by volume. And so much like a gas in a room, it just spreads out. So if you've got a machine who's designed to work in an oil bath and you pour alcohol in it, any oil that gets to those cylinders not only gets dissolved by the freaking alcohol, but also gets combusted by the engine and exhausted out, causing two major issues: deposits inside the exhaust system, and the cutting of the oil increases friction by something like 45%.
Yeah, but it also removes any water vapor from the fuel lines and inside the engine and shit
All
too.
right. So that's an interesting thing. You're not wrong on the activity, you're wrong on how. It doesn't remove the water, it thins it out and allows the water to pass through your fuel lines,
Yeah, it
through your
mixes it.
filter, into it and burn, giving
Correct.
you power.
So
And it's not in your system anymore. So it doesn't clean it out, it just lets it burn through.
Correct.
Turkey Bug's going to buy a couple of bottles. Squatch,
honey.
let's conduct some experiments.
You will end up dancing on a table.
No, experiments. What is an experiment?
That ends in her dancing on a table with tassels.
Pasties.
Why buy it when I can?
What did I just walk into?
You know what, another thing that Everclear is good for.
What's up, sus?
If you're a gardener and you like grow herbs like mint and these different things like
it's perfect for tinctures.
Well, extracting the mint oil and stuff. I've done that one.
It's really good for extracting the THC and CBD from basically the oil from plants and
it's because of what Sass just said. How it distributes it equally across the oil, and then it extracts that oil out of the plants. So you can make some like fucking really good hash oil and shit from it.
Which is funny because that's not the purpose of it at all. It was the concept of a tincture was largely derived from things like mullein and I guess you'd call it gray dock or fuzzy dock. What's the name of it? Borage official analysis or whatever. This stuff is amazing, bro. It is unbelievable.
Thought they used, common sense tells me that they used alcohol in tinctures because it carried whatever it was across the brain barrier,
the cell barrier,
the cell barrier between the body and the brain.
That's partly
so it's
true.
a vehicle. The alcohol is a vehicle in the tincture to bring it into your brain. But that just occurred to me just now while we were talking about it. It's not something I've thought about before.
Not all tinctures are utilized inside the body. Sometimes they're utilized like an ointment, and the alcohol is merely used to extract the oils from the plant, and then the alcohol is allowed to boil off or just evaporate.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Bug, Tutty? Oh, right, I see. Yeah, Tutty Bug, Mr. Bug. Okay, yeah. I'm not big on pasty tassels. I prefer just like rubber paint.
I just recently made like a whole bunch of litmus paper, pH paper for testing acid base with red cabbage and Everclear.
That'll do it.
Because the Everclear extracts that, whatever.
My son's actually studying that at college, you know.
Huh?
He's doing what? He's doing chemistry.
Yeah.
No, he's doing an art course, but at the moment he's doing like a body paint thing.
All right.
So it's part of his course. So he's getting to paint all these these bunny lasses, you know, basically. He's loving it. Sorry, I'm just making a joint while I'm speaking.
You made the same with beetroot. Is it because of that sort of purple?
Yeah, the purple coloring that's in it. Like the litmus paper, it's not fucking colored at all. You know, I strain it through coffee filters, which are white, filters, and then the filters are like white, maybe like a slight violet tint. But then when you put like an acid on it, it turns bright fucking red, and if it's a base, it'll turn green or blue.
Yeah. I had no idea that you could do that. That you could make a litmus paper. Just
red
using
cabbage,
pigment or
yep,
fucking-
red cabbage juice, and a little bit of ethyl alcohol. Everclear works the best, and then it preserves it for. It'll last. That litmus paper will last for a long fucking time, like years, 10 or 20 fucking years. And then, like, what I do is I'll keep a bottle of liquid pH test I've made out of that red cabbage in like a fucking jar, and then I can make more fucking paper as I run out, you know. Or I can drop it into a solution dropwise and test the solution that way as well.
Holy shit.
You might need to mute up there, JP. Just because I think I don't know if that background noise was coming from your tray where you're skinning up. I'm not sure. Sasquatch will be back in a few minutes.
I'm done.
Beverage. I've just remembered that I've got tins of fucking cherry coke in the fridge. I was thinking I'm going to make another coffee, and then I
haven't got any cherry coke, but excuse me.
I got my cherry coke, mate. I swear to God, it's like. I know cherry coke is bad. I know Coca-Cola's bad.
Who gives a fuck?
Like there are very few things like that in this world left that I savor the flavor of.
Can enjoy.
And you know, even it's just like, yeah, do you know what? Snorting cocaine was bad as well, but I fucking did that, and I'm not doing that anymore. So I think a can of cherry coke is not going to be maybe it's
I want to be adverse to a bump now and again.
It's lighting up the fucking the same areas of my brain as cocaine, right? Drinking this processed sugar cherry coke, but it's not actually cocaine. So
Have you ever got
cherry coke is.
in your nose?
Listen,
So,
I think
holy fuck.
cherry coke is everywhere.
I've got pigeons having intimates in the fucking apple tree.
Any real person loves cherry coke. It's one of the ways you can determine if somebody's a real person or not. If they like cherry coke. Did you know that in New Zealand you can't get cherry coke? All you can get is raspberry coke.
Raspberry coke? I've never even fucking heard of raspberry coke.
If Chris was here, he would be able to concur. There's no cherry coke. There's only raspberry coke. What the fuck?
I've never even had any kind of raspberry flavored soda.
I did think that if anyone was going to have it as well, it might be America. But yeah, I don't. You've not heard of raspberry coke?
I seen an advert yesterday for mango lemonade, and I thought, wait, is that not just mangoade?
Yeah.
Mango lemonade. Is it mango and lemon, or is it just mango?
Mangoade. Mangoade. So that's funny because that's actually what I have. I've got in the fridge a mango smoothie that, I mix with Sprite because it's really thick. Good. It's a really thick smoothie. So I have a half a glass of Sprite lemonade, and then just pop quarter of a glass of. You don't need that much of this mango smoothie. It's fucking delicious. Man.
Sounds really good. I'm gonna buy some fucking mangoes at the grocery store next time.
Well, I'm drinking apple juice.
Fermented
apple juice.
Fermented apple juice. I've never seen that can before. What is that? Crumpton.
Oaks.
It's got a silver star. Can you see?
Okay.
World Cider Awards.
I've never seen that before. Oreo, what's up there? Hey, are you trying to
say
get
hello?
Camera?
Oh, then jump on there.
Oh yeah.
She wants to say hello. Richie, say hello. He's looking for you. Is that?
Yep. And look, all gaze at me and how fucking wonderfully, perfectly beautiful I am. Naturally, because she's just any dog, man. It doesn't matter what dog it is.
Oh please, man, come on! A
Or
pug,
animals, just
a
any
pug is-
animal.
It's got to be
2
the
seconds, I need
ugliest
me
thing-
earphones because it's gone quiet. 1 sec.
What are you saying there, OTW?
I said a pug has to be the ugliest fucking animal on the
But
planet.
they're not though. Pugs are funny looking. They're so funny looking. They're cute.
Oh my god,
Right.
I don't find them cute at all.
What's not cute about a pug is that you have to massage their anal glands, because otherwise they swell up so much that you have to take them to the vet and and then the vet has to do it. But you have to massage their anal glands apparently.
Who the fuck would do something like that? That's
somebody that really wants to own a pug.
That's crazy.
I'm not sure everybody. I think there's a lot of people that buy pugs not realizing that that's what you have to do.
Well, you see, I'm never gonna buy a pug. I just
No,
won't. I will not.
but
ever.
But if there was a pug that needed to be rescued,
can you hear us now?
I would not rescue
I
it.
would rescue.
Yeah, somebody else.
I
can
would
rescue it.
That's a gorgeous little Jack Russell type. Oh,
Is that a Jack Russell? What kind of dog is that?
Look at those ears. What is it? What is it?
What about
Is it a dog or a bitch? A girl,
Chihuahua.
boy?
Male Chihuahua.
Male Chihuahua. Oh, but he's right. Do you know what? He doesn't look like a Chihuahua because of the colour. He looks like a fucking Jack Russell. He's like a little Jack Russell Chihuahua.
Yep, barely 6 pounds.
A Jack Wawa.
Chihuahua with Jack Russell colour. That's mad as fuck. I've never seen
He's
one like
gorgeous, man. Do you know? I didn't have any like desire to have a small dog. I thought small dogs weren't really dogs. They were kind of annoying. They were more like just little cats. Right?
they're cool.
Until I got a small dog.
Small dogs think that they're big dogs, though.
Mate, they're fucking. My Chihuahua didn't matter how big the dog was. Would take it. It thought it was a fucking cane Corso.
Yeah.
Proper Napoleon syndrome.
Cane Corsos, man. I think it's cruel what they do to their ears, but they are beautiful dogs.
What's funny is watching like an alpha Chihuahua boss around a fucking beta Doberman Pinscher and shit. That shit's fucking hilarious.
You should see how Great Danes react, man. They're scaredy cats. They're literally like
they're surprised, like they're just so fucking shocked, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think what it is they're like, this dog can see how big I am, and yet it's still fearless. That must mean I must fear this dog because obviously it knows something that I don't. Either that or it's just thinking, yeah, it looks about a right height to be able to just bite my nuts straight off. I'm not going to bother with this fight.
It's like if anyone has ever watched Scooby Doo, you know, Great Danes really do act like Scooby Doo, right? They really are afraid of everything. And,
I saw a video, one of these funny dog clips, and it was a Great Dane doing exactly that. And they said, whatever dog it was, being Scooby Doo, and it came walking into the kitchen, and I don't know what it is that it saw. I can't remember what it is that it saw. I think it was a kitten or something, and it just fucking proper Scooby Doo. His legs went fucking everywhere, and it just fell flat on the floor and didn't move. Like running away, legs went literally everywhere, went boom on the floor and just didn't move. Like it was like, maybe if I don't move, it won't see me. You know. Fucking hilarious. I wish I'd saved that clip actually.
I've seen my dog start like pretty much like crying, going "Arr, arr, arr," arr," just like because he stepped on a hose. He must it's like yeah, like or a wire or something. Yeah, it's like a garden hose. He must have thought it was a snake or something. I don't know, but he's like, running away from it like it attacked him.
There's a video clip of a golden. It's either a golden retriever or a Labrador puppy, golden Labrador puppy, and it's laid there on the floor in the kitchen, whatever, and then these other small dogs, like Chihuahuas, whatever, come running out, and one of them steps on its paw as it's running past, and this little puppy goes and holds its paw up like it's just like been really seriously hurt. Fucking hilarious, mate. How they do, like, how dogs will do that. They'll fake an injury for sympathy because they love attention.
Have you seen some of the dog groomer videos where the one where she's shaving its paws and it's going like that as if she's really hurting it and she's pissing herself laughing? It's fucking hilarious. The dog, it's either it's getting its hair shaved where you think it was hurting it. It's mad as fuck.
I've never heard of massaging any other dog other than a pug, the anal glands of any other dog other than a pug. I've never heard of that. The pug is the first and only time I've ever heard of massaging of anal glands.
It's rubber tossed and it shouldn't be there.
That's why a lot of dogs are scooped. That would make sense.
Now that
would
you
make
kind
sense
of
why
put
they
that
do
in my
arse scoop
mind,
thing.
it just reinforced the fact that I'm never going to get a pug for sure. You know, it's like
Would you get a
Richie.
Chihuahua though? Would you get a Chihuahua?
No, absolutely not. Barks too much.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, if another dog comes that they don't know, then maybe. But not all Chihuahuas. They're not the yappy type dogs that I thought they were.
Yeah, this guy hardly says anything. He hardly ever barks.
There's I don't know if it's a Chihuahua, what it is. It's just perfect. So as a girl, a little bitch. But one of the guys he was staying over the other side, and he's moved over this side now. But she's quiet as a mouse. I've never heard her bark. Never heard her bark. Not once.
Well, you know what? It's maybe like the high pitched sound that they make. Maybe that's like one of the things that really bothers me. But when a Great Dane barks, he barks like he doesn't. He'll bark one, two, maybe three times, and you can actually feel it in your chest when he barks.
One of the things that disappointed me, it wasn't. I don't want to say I was disappointed with Alfie. Right, Alfie was just fucking amazing. He was the best dog ever. He was my best friend, and I like years, just fucking excellent years with him. But his bark, he sounded like a little tiny little dog. Like his bark was like a fucking little squeak or something. It was really, really, really not a manly bark at all, man. And but he wasn't that small, It was medium size.
Well,
but he had a girly bark.
Think of.
But then you get some small dogs like bulldogs. They're not big, and what are they called? French bulldogs, right? Some of them got really, actually surprisingly deep barks. There's some small dogs that have got some really impressive barks on them for the size of the dog,
Yeah, you're right.
I
If you've
bet
never heard a
Oreos-
Great Dane bark, it's nothing. It's something I've never heard in my life. That's like it's powerful.
It's more of a woof.
It's like listening to a lion roar. It's like when they bark, it's very powerful, man. It's like I said, you feel it in your chest. It's just wild. When let's say my dog hears something outside, right, or whatever. Sometimes it'll happen. It'll jump out of the sofa because he has his own sofa, and go into the kitchen and start barking at the door. Well, when he starts barking, I jump out of my seat even if I have my headphones on. It's like that's how loud he is when he barks. That's crazy.
Thing is, although they're not effective as an actual guard dog, they can't achieve very much, right? A little yapper type Chihuahua is an awesome alarm dog.
Yeah, I'm a proponent. I'm a proponent that if I ever get my homestead going, my own land and everything, I'm gonna have a few different dogs. I'm gonna have a little yapper. I'm gonna have a couple, two, three herding dogs, ankle biters that'll get the knees and stuff. I'm gonna have me a couple nice sized fucking Tibetan mastiffs to take care of the big.
Oh, beast of a fucking dog, them. Tibetan
Yeah, they're
Mastiff.
big.
Fucking
They're small horses. They're
fucking
like
huge. Yeah, the fucking massive.
yeah, they are. They
Like
are
a
good.
bear. I mean,
3-tier security.
Well, anyway, after you've had a big dog, you know every other dog is a small dog. You know, it's
Well, we had golden retrievers, and every dog that I had after was smaller than the golden retrievers that we had. They were the biggest. That's the biggest dog that I've had is a golden retriever.
My dog's 130 pounds. Anybody else?
Mine's well, my,
you
I've
got it's a mastiff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I can beat you twice. My oldest dog, which is Diesel, he's about 6, going on 7 years old, something like that. He's about 159 pounds, and Jack, which is not even like a year old yet, is just about the same size now. He should be around 140, something like that, 150 pounds. And he's not even a year old yet, man. He's about like there's missing, I'd say, half an inch, and they're exactly the same height, which is wild to me because he grew so fast, man. It was crazy.
We just lost our Eddie. He was a pit boxer mix, 120-pound brindle, beautiful dog, and I hated trying to give him a bath because I literally had to pick him up and put him in the tub. I'm much more appreciative of the 6-pound Chihuahua that I put.
Yeah. That's it. My Chihuahua weighed like 2.5 kilos or something. Not even that, like 2 kilos, I think he weighed.
Mine, she's only little, but she fucking weighs a ton. She's heavy as fuck. You know, when she sits on my knee, it hurts me fucking hip.
What's her bark like though? Is it squeaky? Is it like high pitched bark, or has she got a deep bark?
It's a mid-range one. It's not like an annoying one. It's just more. If there's a dog behind the fence, that's when she barks. Otherwise,
He's funny. He's funny. He'll start out with that low growl, right? But when he barks, it's that high pitch. It automatically goes to that high pitch.
It's like a bark that turns into a howl.
My dog,
My little
like
puppy
the
says
young
a
dog.
roo, roo, roo when he barks.
I wouldn't call him a puppy anymore, but he's still
I
under a year old. He barks
barks
at me when he wants me to play with him. Literally, just looks at me and starts going woof woof woof, and he has a higher pitch tone than Diesel, right? Diesel has this low pitch bark, man. When he barks, it's like, you know, it feels like a bear is barking at you. Anyway, but Jack has this higher pitch bark, right? But he barks so loud that he hurts his own ears. So he whacks his ears after he barks a couple of times. It's just so funny. Like, I laugh every time he does it.
I rescued a Lakeland years ago, and she didn't bark at all. All she wanted to do was kill, because she was a pure hunting machine. She didn't make a sound. Didn't matter what it was. She didn't bark or anything. She just instant sort of, she just knew she didn't need to make a noise. She was psychopathic. The poor bloody thing, I was coming back from Gateshead Hospital, walking through like the council estate, and she was tied up in a garden, and she was filthy, manky. She looked like she'd been out there for days, God knows how long. And I literally knocked on the door and says, "Look, do you actually want that dog?" And he went, "No." So I took her, cleaned her up, and she was fucking brilliant. But I should never meet
down. Oh, dogs in those situations that are rescued appreciate being rescued so much, man.
She was fucking brilliant. She was one of the best dogs I've ever had, but I should never made a sound. The mad thing was, my mum had a cat, so she lived with the cat, but every other cat or animal outside, she wanted to kill it. So I couldn't let her off the lead unless I
Yeah.
went out like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning where there was nobody about, and then I could let her off to have a run around. Which because she'd been so badly treated, and I don't know what kind of past she had. She literally just wanted to kill everything around. But she was fucking brilliant with bands. It was great. She was kids. She was perfect.
I speak
Animals.
that much of whatever the hell you're talking. I know what a bear is.
Ben, that's a kid.
I got you, boo. I
Yeah.
got you. We with it. We hip. I'd read Terry Pratchett. We're good.
Bands.
Yeah, man.
So you dig it. She was.
And you know I love you, JP. You're one of my favorite
I
people out here. I have no idea what the hell you're saying. Something about a dog who's good with kids, doesn't make a lot of noise, kills everything on earth, apparently except you and children. It is a scourge upon the face of the planet, is what I'm hearing.
No, that's basically the synopsis of it all. Right?
Okay, cool. We're on the same page then. We're good.
Cheers to that, bro.
Basically, he rescued Cerberus, and
She
didn't
was.
realise.
She was a fucking menace to fucking anything around, but other than like children and me. Whereas this fucking thing, she was as daft as a box of frogs. She is.
I've not heard that before. Daft as a box of frogs. You'd have to tape the lid down.
Right. She's as crafty as a wagon load of monkeys.
So let's now we got you guys up. Let's bring the subject back to what I originally started talking about.
What was that?
3.25 hours ago, I started the stream, and I posed a question. I posed a thought game to Gemini. Basically, yeah, the AI Gemini, saying, let's play a thought game and map the state of Israel onto the description of the Antichrist, basically, and who is, we think about we talk about America being Babylon, but I'd never actually thought of the state of Israel actually being the Antichrist, having suffered a mortal blow, being brought back, given power, all of these things, like all the different heads and the crowns and the fucking and Gemini said basically, yeah, it kind of maps kind of well. But obviously, Christian theologians would disagree.
I don't know if anybody else noticed, but when you join the stream, it comes up. When you're pressing like the buttons to come into the live stream.
Yeah.
It comes up with a little sort of question box saying like what you've actually just said there, and it basically gives you an answer because it's staring you right back in the face. That's basically what it said before I entered the studio. As I'm pressing the continue and to come through, there was like stuff on the screen saying like what you had just said there, and then basically gave you the answer because it's staring you right back in the face.
The stream's is called "Who is the Antichrist?" The answer is staring us right in the face. And when people come in now, it's got this. It shows everybody this invitation slip. You have been invited to whatever. I think that's how it does it.
I thought it was answering it for you.
Well, you know, that's why I've been wearing this thing
I
for the
thought,
last.
it doesn't really make any sense. Make sense anyway.
Go
That's
on.
why. That's why I've been wearing this thing for the last 3 years, because it is
What's that?
Babylon. It's Hitler's willing executioners right here on American soil. I keep reminding these people this, and they keep looking at me like I'm the stupid one.
Well,
I wouldn't.
honestly, I think
I wouldn't give it give whoever it is a fucking a name, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, look, I've heard the translated speeches, and
See,
I
I
got to
have.
say that I think that what you know that what we've been given, the story we've been given, has been skewed a particular way that caused us all to really fucking vehemently despise and hate an individual that spoke a lot of sense.
Have you seen that documentary called Europa: The Last Battle?
Yeah.
That's part of the
Thing is,
protocols of Zion, isn't it?
that Hitler was actually trained in England.
Well, I've heard a narrative that Hitler was the bastard son of King George, and
Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that he was actually half Moor, that he was actually slightly melanated. Yeah.
And his mum was a Jew.
And, and the one that we'll actually see was fucking Charlie Chaplin and yada yada yada. But who the fuck knows? But some of that, because he thought
Hitler was Austrian. He wasn't even.
No, he wasn't German. He was Austrian. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The story I heard was that this basically King George knocked up this Austrian bird and didn't acknowledge the pregnancy. Went back to England, and when she said, "I'm coming to England, I'm going to bring your son and force you to recognise him in court," right? Then suddenly Jack the Ripper popped up. And it was this idea that the Jack the Ripper was actually a member of the royal family who went out to do that as basically a false flag to stop her from coming. They said to her, this Austrian woman, no, look, it's very dangerous over here right now. Jack the Ripper is murdering prostitutes. You don't want to come over here. So she didn't, and then. This is where it goes crazy. Hitler did I don't know how old he was, but he went to Buckingham Palace or wherever it was. They let him in, and he got a private audience with King George and blew his face off with a shotgun. And that's why King George died suddenly. That's why he had a closed coffin and there was only military at the funeral, and he didn't lay in state. He was they just buried him straight away. Because Hitler, his bastard son, had blown his face off with a shotgun.
I've never heard that one before.
It's insane, isn't it? It's insane. But do you know what? There's something.
They
it's
should
so
make a
insane
movie out of that.
It's so insane that I don't know. I just feel like that it could actually maybe there's some truth in it. Right?
Dude. That would make
Maybe
such a good movie script.
Maybe he had one of them, when you lift the arm up and the gun shoots out the thingy, one of them. Where he didn't just walk in with a shotgun and blast him in the face. He's basically had one of them fucking mechanical fucking arm fucking.
Oh yeah, like fucking like a steampunk fucking John Wick or something. Like 007.
Just shoot him in the fucking face. Just blast him in the face. So he basically probably shot him in the eye or fucking in the head with this little 2-2 fucking pew pew. And
yeah, boy.
That would be a class movie that just walk in and say the king, boom, fuck off.
I mean,
good night.
We're watching it. what's going on right now, what's being portrayed to us on the news and everything right now is just a fucking crazy movie, man. This fucking crazy narrative between Iran and America and Israel and fucking Russia and Ukraine and Europe. Yeah.
Do you know what I was saying to you before about that the person I met yesterday that was called Christian Muslimi?
Meanwhile, they're all sitting at the FIFA.
The World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all watching it together, right? In a closed bunker.
I hear that American Heat fucking them boys up real good, bro.
I don't think they're watching. I don't think they're watching it. I think they're too busy fucking each other up the arse. But
They're busy fucking siphoning everybody's fucking energy. Costing them a fucking fortune to get in and then fucking siphoning all their energy at the same time. So it's basically the same thing, isn't it? Anyway.
I just figured like the elites might be soccer fans. I don't know.
I don't think they were soccer fans any. It's no different to the emperors and his fucking entourage watching the gladiator, the fights, the gladiatorial fights, and the fucking Colosseum. I think that the only reason they go to these football matches is because they get box seats and they get treated like royalty and they get fucking treated. They get treated like celebrities themselves, because they're celebrities. So they get to sit somewhere different. They get the best seats in the house and they get served champagne and fucking and hors d'oeuvres, amuse bouche. They get amuse bouche and fucking all that crap, right? Well, all the
Prime Minister of Canada.
Peons, eh?
Supposedly the Prime Minister of Canada gave up her seat.
Trudeau.
Maybe it was somewhere else, but there was a Prime Minister, like a Prime Minister or a Governor or someone that had been allocated a fucking seat, but she gave it up to somebody else, like a regular fucking person, if you will.
I don't think that was Trudeau.
No. I can't remember who it was actually. No, but it was some woman that was a prime minister. It might even have been New Zealand or Australia or something. I can't actually.
That doesn't sound like something that New Zealand or that sounds like something that.
Maybe it's even an American or something. Like a governor or. There was a politician anyway that had supposedly been allocated a seat, even though she tried to make herself look good, and it kind of backfired on her. Basically. Thinking now you're gonna have to do more than that to fucking get what.
I'm absolutely positive this man is trying to communicate with me. I love you to death, bro. I do. Let me try to summarize what I got out of that. Let me summarize what I heard. Somebody from America came over, and it backfired on them because they were trying to do a thing I could not understand what you said.
They're trying to give up their seats to a regular person rather than take the privilege.
They tried to give their So try to give their seat to a regular person, an underprivileged regular person. Basically, it was probably a virtue signal,
like a goodwill fucking thing, and it just basically blew up in our face.
It was probably because it was virtue signaling goodwill thing. It wasn't a real thing, right?
Because she's been a fucking arse apparently up till that point, and then tried to do something nice. And then
was the individual who was offered the seat old, young,
no, she was 21-year-old.
No, they were probably Jewish.
21-year-old girl.
Bad choice. If you're going to signal virtue, start with a virtue. That helps.
Well, this is the thing about virtue signaling, though, isn't it? That's the whole point. Is that all those people that virtue signaling, they actually they're virtuously bankrupt, right? They don't really have much virtue themselves. Like people, a lot of people that wear religious iconography and, like crosses and stuff, it's virtue signaling more than true belief, right? That they're
She's back.
like Bible thumpers and fucking a lot of people that like to preach their how they see things. They're just virtue signaling. Like praying out loud on stage in front of 1,000 people.
On stage.
Farmer Cat, how you doing? Good to see you. You going to join us, Jax?
What's up, Cat? How you doing?
Cheers to the chat.
Say that again, dude.
Cheers to the chat.
Oh, cheers to the chat, yes.
Can you not hear us properly? Like, is it low?
Well, you got a little bit of a crackle going on. And
Yeah,
when you
the
speak loudly,
the Bluetooth headset, dude, is not.
When you speak loudly, it clips out your mic. So when you're laughing or joking or whatever, it kind of clips a little bit. That's all fine.
It's the pink headphones.
The real problem is I can't understand a word you're saying, bro. I really want to.
I can't either.
I want to be a part of this conversation, but I can't.
Right.
It's all your fault.
Just mic check. Just mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Hold
on, I'll switch to the wire. 1 sec.
All right.
That's quite a bit better, actually.
Yeah, it's because I've put his echo cancellation.
I'll
put his echo cancellation and automatically adjust the mic volume on. I've clicked all that on rather than off.
Yeah.
Is that better?
It helped a lot.
Is that better?
Man. That's better. That's good.
Is that better? Right. It's better. I don't have to have the fucking thing cooking me fucking heat.
Yeah.
I just have the wires in instead.
Bluetooth gave me a headache every time.
Aye, all the time. I hate using it, but it is what it is. I'd rather use the ones that are plug in, and at least then you can actually fucking hear us.
I hate that saying. It is what it is. Fucking
I know.
What it is, mate.
I know,
Dude.
but it's one of them. You either fucking do or you don't.
Yeah. Well, there is no. Yeah, the do or do not. There is no try.
Right.
And
That's
is
how
what
I got
it is.
clean.
Do or you fucking don't, mate.
That's how you got clean.
Yeah. I was
Jim?
struggling that whole thing for a long time, and one day it occurred to me. Actually, I was watching a commercial, and that scene popped up, and it was like, "Do or do not. There is no try." And I was like,
You just
he's
accept
right.
it and fucking move.
You got to do it. Yeah, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna poop my brains out. I'm gonna sweat. I'm gonna scream and yell and raise hell. So I'll lock myself
You're
in
gonna
the room
fucking
till I
spend
was
months
clean.
fucking in hell, but you'll get past it. It's one of them. I've been there myself.
It's not. Is it months though? It's not really months.
No, it's normally about a week till you get over the fucking being able to sleep, and then stop shaking, and then once you get past the fortnight, you're all right.
The first week was really bad.
The first
The
week's a
second
fucking
week,
nightmare.
The
It was
second
not so
week
bad.
sucked really bad, but the main problem with it was a combination of factors. Like I had cramps. I kept waking up with nightmares. I couldn't sleep for shit. I was just fucking
Food
miserable,
goes straight
sweating.
through,
I tell I'd eat barf or eat and shit myself, one or the other.
Once you get
I
your
couldn't stay
appetite back, you're
hydrated.
fucking fine.
I wouldn't go as far as saying fine, because it kind of depends on what stuck you on that road in the first place. Until you deal with the problem that you were treating.
No, I mean
in the
physically,
first place.
it's mentally is a different
Sure.
fucking aspect, but physically, yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if I'd go as far as saying
thing.
fine. 2 weeks, I was better. It took me about 2 months to be able to get up and walk around and go out in public and not look like I was freaking
Yeah.
junking the fuck out, you know.
Yeah, put some
20 odd,
weight back
20 odd
on,
years later,
basically.
I'm still struggling now, mate. You know, it's still there at the back of me fucking mind somewhere. Other days are better than others.
Well, because you know, the thing is, because you always know subconsciously, you always know how effective that particular thing is.
Aye, but I also know
Yeah.
how fucking bad it can be, so that's what keeps us
Yeah.
fucking away. Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
But I didn't ever touch heroin, but I've
It's fucking naughty, like.
I got addicted to tramadol. I
Yeah.
mean, I was addicted to. I must have been addicted to hydrocodone before that, but it was a very well managed addiction, and it didn't get any worse. Whereas when I went to Portugal and then started taking tramadol instead of dihydrocodone, because they wouldn't give me dihydrocodone, I got really badly addicted to that, like 600 milligrams a day.
That's fucked up. Like, you weren't having a problem with the one thing, so then they had to take you off that so that they could introduce you to something that actually gave you a fucking addiction.
No, what it was Portugal. Like, the doctor prescribed it for me, and I took that prescription into the pharmacy, and I kid you not, I went into probably 4 pharmacies, and every single pharmacy, as soon as they saw what the prescription was, then their whole demeanor changed, and they just went, "Nope, get out."
Why?
Get out.
I mean, it was
get
fucking
out,
doctor prescribed.
It's
Why the hell?
because the hydrocodone is an alternative for heroin, right?
Yeah,
It's a good alternative for heroin.
Opiate. But it's a painkiller.
You sell a tray of the hydrocodone. Take a whole tray of hydrocodone, like 14. I think it was 14 tablets in a tray, like 14 30 mil. The hydrocodone was like a good hit
killing me over here, bro.
Of heroin. That's what they said. Anyway. Hey, why?
Because that is exactly my fucking jam, bro. Like, I am the junk key, bro. Like, I just woke up too. My head hurts. My shoulder hurts. It's raining like a motherfucker. Nah. I'm old. Jesus.
What are you disagreeing with?
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying you're triggering my fucking my junkie bone.
Oh,
talking about hydrocodone and smack and Ultram and fucking this shit and that shit and another thing. And I'm over here going, I'm sure I got one of them fuckers left somewhere in this goddamn house. It ain't been but 9 years. Clearly, I haven't cleaned everything out.
No, you got somewhere. You'll find
maybe there's a Percocet
Oh, fuck you, dude. I want one of them goddamn big ass yellow school buses they used to have that you had to like break into 3 fucking pieces to fit in your fucking mouth. Them things. Fuck. Man.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what's fucked up about this though is
do you know what I miss? Wobbly eggs. Can you remember them, Rich? Can you remember Wobblies?
No.
Wobbly?
They were tomazepam. They were in like a little jelly egg looking thing. They were fucking lethal. No, I missed them. They were like a tomazepam, but they were like a liquid form, and it was in like a sort of egg shape, like a little rugby ball looking thing.
Temazepam's more of a sleeping tablet, though, isn't it?
Aye, but they were fucking lethal. They were fucking lethal. Them ones. Once you popped
especially
them,
if you mix them with alcohol.
Aye.
Oh, I got one.
Well, you mixed it with fucking everything. And, yeah, didn't matter what it was.
Well, just one sec, Sass. Did I hear Timberwolf? Did you say something just now?
Yeah, I was trying to say something about what Sass was talking about, because like not everybody gets addicted to the same shit, right?
Yeah.
Like me, I've had hydrocodone on several different occasions, and I never had any kind of addiction issues at all, right?
No, I didn't know them actually.
But like the whole fucking medical industry has like shifted because a handful of people have an addictive personality towards one substance. Now, nobody can fucking have that one thing, even though it's
The one
closer. Let me
Go on.
finish. Even though
Sorry.
it's closer to a natural substance than this tributol or whatever the hell you called it, right? So they're trying to fucking shift it away from anything that's fucking natural opiates to all these synthetic fucking things, right? Which
Like
are going to cause
tramadol.
more problems in the fucking long run.
Tramadol is a synthetic opiate,
Tramadol.
whereas dihydrocodeine is more.
It was the Subutex I had the problem with.
Opiate base, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, and opium
Tramadol
is
not
like
a
natural
synthetic
fucking
opiate. It
plant.
is a synthetic agonist. It is an opiate agonist.
Right.
It basically allows your naturally produced endorphins and whatnot to affect more effect in your brain. It cleans off your opiate receptors like a nice.
Well,
little
that might be
shot.
true for some people, but not all people. Though you see,
right? It's not. Yeah, it's
Well,
not
that's what
one
the
size
Subutex
fits
did.
all.
Fills up your receptors.
It's not one size fits all, right? But
Right.
personally, I think it is a shame that we can't just use opium,
right?
Just literally opium.
You wouldn't have a
from the
receptor
sap-
for it if it was
straight from the
useless.
sap of a
Painkiller.
fucking of a poppy, because it is the safest, most natural pain relief.
Absolutely.
That you can get.
So I mean,
right?
that's why you've got a receptor for it, because it's a natural
Right.
thing.
Exactly, like CBD, like
Yep.
THC,
Like nicotine.
We are designed to get to have these things in our to.
And a
why
lot
have
of
fucking
that.
why have a receptor for it otherwise, right? Exactly why. Have
Exactly.
A receptor for it otherwise. And everything pharmaceutical is all based on natural medicine. Everything that they're giving to us is based on natural remedies that already existed.
Right, but they are claiming the power and control over those natural things, right? Which I think is fucking wrong.
It's because they can't patent natural things. You can't patent nature, so you have to create a
synthetic version.
You have to create a patent for to be able to patent it. It has to be created. You have to create it yourself, right? So
takes us full circle back to this whole fucking idea of this fucking corporate machine that's just, they don't really care about you and I's health. They don't care about how much pain we're in. They only care about how much money they can fucking make off these synthetic drugs and shit.
No, they don't mind you being in pain. In fact, it's not that
That's
they care
the
about
fucking
it.
bonus.
They like it because if you're in pain, that means you have to go back to them for painkillers.
Yeah, that's the fucking bullshit bonus. That's being in pain.
But look at that. These painkillers, they create migraines. Oh, well, we can treat that. We can treat migraines, no problem.
Yeah,
by giving you a pill that creates
next thing
migraines.
you know, you're 67 years old and you're fucking got like 15 to 20 different fucking pills you got to take to treat these side effects instead of fucking looking for a cure.
I was listening to a doctor on YouTube talking about how she sees it so much in the medical industry and she tries not to do it herself. So when people come in and they have a problem, she'll look at what their prescription history is, and when you look at particularly with elderly people, right? So many elderly people, they're given something, then that causes these side effects, so they're given something else to treat those side effects. And then they're prescribed something else to treat the side effects of that drug that they were given to treat the side effects of that drug. And it's all basically, it's this circle where they're just treating side effects caused by the other drug that they gave to treat whatever. It's just a vicious
It's insane. That's like insanity.
What a perfect business model for
making money.
Yeah, that's why it's capitalism. You can say a lot about it, but unfortunately, that's what it breeds. It breeds that sort of greed.
So I was just checking the chat.
We just lost Sasquatch.
Did we?
Where'd you go?
Hey, Jax.
Jax has an appointment in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
No problem.
just say hi. Wash your guns.
Doctor's
Just been having a
appointment?
quick look.
I forgot that Bruce Dickinson was interested in the Jack the Ripper case. Good
He's
old Bruce
fucking
Dickinson.
interesting.
He's got many bows in his quiver, old Bruce Dickinson.
He's
a fucking fencing
dude, like he's classy, isn't he?
fencing champion.
He's
a
fucking
rock
something
and
else.
roll star.
Pilot.
He's
He
a
was,
fucking.
he's
He's a
fucking
lord.
some boy, like.
He's a bloodline, isn't he?
Yeah, probably.
He comes from
He's
nobility.
got some
I
fucking
think.
voice on him and all that.
Yeah. And every single song that Iron Maiden did was about English history.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone. Run to the Hills was, well, kind of. I guess I kind of had.
hills.
American.
That was about the English going to. That was about the American Indians, right?
Yep.
That was about the English going to the Americas, the Europeans going to the Americas and fucking and getting all the
fucking rampage.
So it's still it's basically
Well,
British
it's
Empire
English,
shit.
yeah.
It's all about the British Empire.
Aye.
Bring your
Where he was
daughter to the
fucking
slaughter,
king.
man. Bring
He
your
was from
daughter,
fucking aristocracy,
bring your
wasn't he?
daughter to the slaughter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a bloodline. I'm sure he's from
Aye.
nobility.
He was
Big love,
different,
Jax.
Say,
Big love.
Jax. Love you,
Have a
darling.
great day today. And good luck, whatever's going on with your appointment. I hope it all goes well.
Oh, yes.
Make sure to get a second opinion and third opinion.
And may you stumble across a vast fucking quantity of wealth that just,
An abundance of everything.
yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Dickinson. That motherfucker's intelligent as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's very short as well.
Short. Is he?
I couldn't believe it, though, when I seen him doing the fencing. Right, when I was a teenager.
He was
I thought,
Olympic,
fucking
wasn't
hell.
he? He was
Yeah.
Olympic standard.
I was
like,
an
he was
Olympic fucking athlete, that's right.
Soccer, too, or football.
fucking
whatever
world
you call it.
champion, man.
Mhm.
Like, so 3 hours and 46 minutes. It is.
Hey,
Whatever happened to the original lead singer for Iron Maiden? Where'd that guy go?
I've got no
Paul
idea.
D'Angelo or whatever his name is.
No idea.
I think he went to Australia or something and formed another band.
Took early retirement.
Gents, I'm gonna wrap it up because I want to go
No
and
worries.
get a haircut and stuff. Before I do, can I just ask everybody just to hold Roxanne in your thoughts for a sec? JP, where have you gone, man? You just disappeared. Yeah, hold Rox in your thoughts, please. She needs our prayers because she's back in hospital today, having surgery, and it's very invasive. It's going to be this. It's not going to be. It's really not going to be nice. She's been having serious issues since the surgery last Monday, and now she's having more surgery and the same. It's all on her jaw, she's because they've removed all her teeth and the bone up, all this bone, all of her jaw up here is all in bits, and some of those bits of bone are trying to work their way out of her fucking gum. So they're having to shave the bone down and do all kinds of stuff to create to then be able to create a framework for them to get a mold and then do the dentures. So it's really, really traumatic, and it's.
I knew she was going through it, but fucking
it's
hell.
incredibly painful, and it's like the stress and the strain and the obvious apprehension and everything has been causing migraines. She's had a really, really hard weekend. So please, thoughts and prayers for Rox.
Oh, aye,
And,
much love, big love rocks. Fucking hell, that's horrific. That like it is. I mean, I know she's been really gone through it, but
the worst thing about it, dude, is that it's something that happened like 17 years ago or something, you know, like 16, 17 years ago. It was like, because this dickhead fucking lost his temper and basically tried to kill her.
Basically, fucking smashed her fucking face to fucking bits.
Smashed her whole fucking head to bits, mate.
Fucking
She's lucky she survived. Like I had my head caved in, but it was the back of my head. Like I had a depressed fracture to the base of my skull.
Got one of me fucking skull here.
A broken, like, fractured cheekbone and eye socket, but nothing like the jaw. All my jaw was all fine. I've never even had a broken jaw. So that, oh man, I've got 2 broken teeth, and the grief that I get from that is enough. Just from 2 broken fucking molars.
Like I said before, I've got teeth like a caveman's necklace. Do you know what I mean? I've got
but you're quite fortunate because they match, don't they? Is it you or is it Squirrel? So that the teeth match? You got basically.
Oh no, mine
didn't.
They're supposed to.
Fucked.
Yeah,
I've basically got none from like here, backwards, from there. I've got one. That's my back tooth on my top set, is here, and the bottom one's here where it should be here. You know what I mean? I've got about 12 missing altogether. But where me dad caved me face in with a golf ball, this side of my face fucking is slightly different to the other side. You can
was
see
that an accident or intentional?
No, it was intentional. It was one of them things. He tried to kill us when I was 4-year-old. Tried to drown us, and then after a couple of years of like seeing him after that, he used to take us to the golf course, but he used to like say, go over there and catch the golf ball. You know, me not being any wiser because I was just 5, 6. He used to fire the golf balls at us, and he smashed me cheekbone over one. He was a fucking arsehole. he was an alcoholic arsehole, basically. But he basically rearranged that side of me fucking face, so I've got like a permanent crack. So that side of my face looks different. You know, profile size, it looks different on both sides. I've been through the ringer, but I'm still smiling.
Well, on that note, Arctic. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Sorry to leave it on a bomb note, like, but yeah, yeah.
Bomb note.
Thing is that I laugh it off now. You know, when he tried to fucking drown me, I think, he just tried to drown us in me cornflakes.
Well, it just proves that you're a warrior, dude.
Exactly.
You're fucking, you're iron-born warrior, basically.
Aye.
Well, golf ball. What's golf ball made of?
Basically,
it's like fucking hell, mate. No, it
smashed me. You should have seen the state of my face, man. I was black from fucking here all the way around me fucking top of my skull.
Fuck that, man. Keith, thanks for joining, dude.
Yeah.
JP,
thanks
for joining.
I'll see you soon.
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go and get my hair cut.
Have a good one. Have a blessed one.
I see it. My silver's coming through, so I'm gonna have to shave that off. And,
get the salt and pepper look.
Proper. Now, when I'm 50, I'll let it grow. So next year, I'll let it grow, and maybe I'll grow it down a bit, and I'll see how fucking salt and pepper it is then.
Thing is, I call Void the maestro, but I think I might have to switch it to you because you got that sort of distinguished look now. Look, so yeah, maybe it's just sort of trim it down a bit.
Distinguished. I like it. Distinguished. Yeah.
Distinguished. Not old, not young, just fucking. You know.
Shout out to the chat room. Void, thanks for coming up, dude. Thanks for disagreeing with me. Well, was I disagreeing with you, or with you disagreeing with me? It was a healthy discussion, dude.
It was.
And whatever, even if we do disagree, I still love
I've
you.
run aground.
Farmer Cat, Jax, I may have gone, but if you haven't gone, thanks for being here, Jax.
Much love to
and
all.
Turkey Bug and Sasquatch and Callum and that's everybody that's been chatting. Oh, Rebecca. Sylvie was here earlier, but she may have gone to bed now.
Yeah.
Max, Marlene as well. Much love, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all on the morrow, probably.
Hopefully, right.
Be good to each other. Be good to each other.
And if everybody
That's
would
it,
put
bye.
in, and if everybody would put us in their hearts for good wishes on our civil suit, we'd appreciate it. We got our investigation call today. That means the federal government has found probable cause, so now we can move forward with our civil suit.
All right.
Well, all the best.
Good
man.
wishes.
Best wishes, and
yeah.
I'll just. I don't know any of the details. I'm just visualizing you being victorious.
It's already happened.
Peace and love, guys. Thanks very much. Later.
See ya.
Oh, yeah. Still, it's all in the name of progress.
Oh, is that what they call it? Kind of funny. Is she all there? Like, mentally?
I think so. He's just an odd guy. It's kind of weird.
I mean, should we be worried?
No.
Right.
No.
Right, the shop is closed. Everybody get out. Time to go home. Come on.
It's only 2:45.
Yes, but it's my shop. Come on, go home. Bye-bye. Thank you.
That's hardly fair.
It's not fair at all. Get out. Bye-bye.
I expect better service.
We'll expect away. Get out. Bye-bye. Come on, all you time.
Shut it down!